Hey everyone, how are you? How's it going today on this beautiful Thursday? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Apparently, I'm very messy today. I didn't even realize how messy it looked. Today, we have our Everyday Witch Tarot out, my newest deck, and I just love it. Here with our clear quartz to open up that energy, get it going. Here's our crystal ball. We are going to do some readings today. We had a lot of fun yesterday. The cards were on fire yesterday. It was pretty awesome. Let me just tell you a little bit about how it works here. If you're new, welcome. And I'm so glad you're here and glad you found the channel. Please make sure you hit subscribe and like the video if you like it. Let's get started here. Let me get back to comments. I got to get that off of there. There we go. All right. So what have we got on the agenda? Oh, wow. We had a lot of people. Armani. Hi. Jane J. Anna, not sure which you go by. Rajashri, Patricia, Amira, good to see you. Crystal Slaughter, Frankie, Kritika, how are you? It's been a while. How have you been? Oh, I'm glad you're here. All righty, well, let's get started. Let me just give you the rundown of how it works here at Tarot at 12. You can go ahead and write your question there in the chat. I select randomly. These are free. However, donation questions do get read first. So if you make a donation, you'll get your reading right away. And the donation link is in my description, and my moderators post it for you. So keep that in mind as an option. If you are not selected, please do not take it personally. Donations do come first, and I'm sure you can imagine if you've made a donation, you would want to get that priority reading. So got to be sensitive to that. As far as freebies, I select very randomly. If you are not wanting to gamble on your luck, keep the donation option in mind. So here we go. Let us see what's going on. I've already gotten some buzzing here. So let me see. Like I said, sometimes the buzzing is something silly like 10 cents off on laundry detergent. You know, who knows? But I can't ever assume. I have to check. All right, and we do. We have 2 donations, it looks like. PayPal's been goofy lately. PayPal has been goofy. So we've got Amira. Thank you so much for your donation. And Vanessa. Vanessa, thank you so much for your generous donation. All right, I've gotten that down. They did come in, Amira and then Vanessa. So let me see. Monsi, thank you so much for helping keep it organized for me. I appreciate you so much. Hello, Pranita. How are you? Tanya, how are you? Kitty Wilson, how you doing? Tanya, Vicky's Intuitive Tarot. It's been a while. Miss Chris, hello, Exena. All right, let's get started. Please do not be offended if I do not greet you personally. I am very focused when I'm reading the cards. For the most part, I don't check the chat except for in between and other than looking for feedback and so forth. So please never be offended. All right, Amira, what is your question, my dear? And thank you so much for your donation. I'm going to see if maybe you wrote it up here. I can see. Oh, hey, JK, how you doing? Good to see you. What am I doing? I forgot already. Oh, I'm looking for Amira. My brain, I swear. Here we go. Thank you so much, honey. Let's see what's going on. What is coming up for me next week? Woo! All right, so we're going to be in November next week. Actually, the 1st is on Sunday. So literally the 1st week of the month. We've got Halloween on Saturday. So we've got lots of spooky fun stuff with tons of candy. I don't think they're doing any trick-or-treating this year, though, because of Corona. My kids are in their 20s, so I don't really pay attention as much anymore. But I do have a 2-year-old grandson, so now I've started paying attention. All right, so let's use the Everyday Witch, my new fave. Love, love, love it. All right, so let us see what we've got for Amira. What is coming up for Amira in the next week, please? We need to see what Amira might expect during the next week. All right, so let us find out. I'm not kidding. These shuffle like butter. They're so awesome. There is our energy. Here is our spread. Get one from up here. Very random selection when I lay out cards. All right, except for our endgame card. Obviously, that's at the bottom. Can't be random on the bottom. All right, so what's coming up next week for Amira? Ooh, the Emperor. Okay, we'll see how it plays in with these, but the Emperor is somebody who's very strong, and also somebody who is a real leader, takes control, makes order out of chaos. So let's see how that applies and see if maybe the rest of your week is going to involve some chaos. Let's find out. Okay. All right. Oops, sorry. Again, I'm looking at my hands, so I don't notice the screen. Sometimes it's wonky. Let's fix this for you. How about that? Then we'll make it better. There we go. How's that? A little better? All right. Good enough. All right. So, all right. Emperor energy to oversee the entire spread. And we have our 10 of Swords. This is all about, ideas facing death, like something maybe that you were planning on, working on, something you might have had an idea about, things that you've been working on, just seem to be maybe potentially not being important anymore, maybe causing too much chaos in your life. Remember, somebody who makes order out of chaos. So, something that might be going on there. This is all about feeling kind of depleted. And again, the saying, ideas face death would be very appropriate here, because this is kind of about an idea just being done, Here's our 7 of Pentacles. So this kind of shows me that whatever this might have been. Now, do you know what I might be talking about? Is there something you were hoping to accomplish, or something that might have been a thought, something you're working on currently, like physically, or something in your mind? Either way, it looks like that is, coming to an end. If this is something you're like, I don't really have any ideas, well, then that would mean that you are kind of going to be thinking about something next week. So next week, it seems like you're going to be coming up with something. This is our hard work card. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is all about working hard and waiting for those things to go, waiting for them to erupt, waiting for new things to happen. And then we have our 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is kind of about having enough, being bored. So let's put it together here with our Emperor energy. This is about making order out of chaos. So, if you've been working on something and you're feeling, this is 2 different polar opposites, isn't it? Working hard, wanting to grow something, and then here on the other side, quitting, saying, I'm bored, with that, don't want to do that anymore. So an idea, something's going on. And I'm wondering if you have something that you're percolating in your brain, percolating there and hoping it's going to come to fruition, feeling like I'm tired of working on this, and then boom. So the good news is the Emperor always is on top. This is the person who survives. This is the person who makes order out of chaos. So whatever's coming up, just know that you do have the ability to fix it, calm it down. It doesn't have to be something super dramatic. As you can see, the 10 of Swords does look dramatic. He's laying there with swords in his bag saying, I can't reach my broom. Well, it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but you kind of get that symbolism. So yeah, all right, Amira, looks good though. We always need new ideas. New ideas fuel other new ideas. And not all of our ideas are good, but how are we going to get to the good one if we don't have some that fail, right? All right, next up is Vanessa. We have a donation, so Vanessa gets her reading first. Let me see if I can find your question. Oh, you're very welcome, Amira. I hope that helps. All right, let me see if I can find Vanessa's question. If not, Vanessa, if you haven't written it, if you can go ahead and get started. Monsi, you're helping me so much there. All right, let me see. Yep, Everyday Witch, JK. I got it. Aw, Kiss JG. How you doing? All right, it looks like Kristen has donated. Let me check my my PayPal's goofy. I don't even feel like trying it anymore. But as soon as I do that, I'll get out of the habit. All right, thanks you guys. You moderators are so helpful. And Kristen, I'm sorry, I always mix it up and say Christian. All right, Anna L, thank you as well for your donation. Okay, so here is the lineup of donation questions. Vanessa, Kristen, and Anna L. That's what I have right now. And Vanessa, I'm not seeing a question up above, so maybe you could write it again for me. Oh, I got it. Got it. All right, so we have 2 questions. Okay, so let's see. I usually do 1 question per donation just to keep it fair, but I see how generous you were, so that obviously was 2 questions. So let's do it that way. I was a little confused, but I do see what we're doing now. Okay, so Vanessa donated twice. Will O keep in contact with me in November? Ooh, okay, so we want November. A little bit of a mystery, right? So we want to shine some light on it with our Light Seers Tarot. All right, and thank you so much, Vanessa, for your generous donation. All right, okay, Penelope, I'm seeing that you're writing there that you've donated. So, and Monsi caught it, thank you. I'll get you on that list here. Again, guys, if you want to ensure a reading, you can donate. Otherwise, these are free random donations, and I do donations first, though, because they take priority. Okay. Oh, what's going on with O? Are you going to keep in contact with Vanessa? Okay, so we've got, let me just write that down, and then I got to reshuffle. Okay, so we've got Penelope, and I do see Claudia. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to check on that and get everything organized. I just want to get you on that list so that I don't get confused. Sometimes the chat moves pretty quick, and since I'm not watching it all the time, it rolls away, and I don't even know it. So, all right. So let's focus here. All right. Oh, are you going to keep in contact with Vanessa in November? Are you going to keep in contact? We need to know what's going on with O and Vanessa. Communication in November. Okay. All righty. So here's our energy. Oh, geez. And then here is our, I got 2 that time, didn't I? Nice. That one wanted to come out. All right, Vanessa. Ooh, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands energy. This is all about creating that foundation, that happy time where, you're feeling like you've really got stuff started out well. So things look good so far. Let's see what we've got over here, though, before we decide what this might mean. Okay, so we're asking about contact in November, and I'm going to say it looks like a yes. We have our 7 of Pentacles. Now, remember, this is our energy for the entire spread, building that foundation. Well, the 7 of Pentacles is perfect for a foundation. Look at this card. He's planting pentacles, and they're growing. So that tells me, that this foundation that you've built, remember, it applies to everything. That foundation you built is growing. So obviously the next step logically would be in November, potentially something is coming in. Our Page of Wands tells us that as well. This is about new messages. What? New messages. And our Page of Wands, this is somebody who's super brave, likes to jump in and doesn't have hesitant thoughts. Our High Priestess is telling me that, you know what, this is kind of like a given, like it's the natural evolution of where you're going. So it looks like you will, in fact, get in contact with O in November. Yeah, you guys have built something that's growing. And again, free spirit. Oh, it seems to be like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And this is saying, yup, we knew it would happen, right? Yup, we knew it because the tarot saw. All right, so there you go. That is number one. And thank you again. We're going to go ahead and do your second question. And then we've got Kristen, Anna L, Penelope, Claudia, and I do think somebody else donated, so I will check in a minute. So Kristen, go ahead and get your question up there if you haven't already. I think you did post. I will look. All right, so number two. Will he tell me about his true feelings toward me? I hope so. Isn't that the most frustrating thing? It's like, even if it's not good, it's like, damn it. I just want to know what's going on, All right. So what do we want to use for this? Telling you about true feelings. True feelings sounds like a Wizard's Tarot question. Yeah. Wizard's Tarot is going to tell us. Okay. Will O tell Vanessa about his true feelings? We're also looking at November. So we're looking at November. So I'm hoping that this is going to come. So we are wanting to see a snapshot of November, please. We want to hear about true feelings for Vanessa from O. Alrighty. So let's see what we've got. There's our energy and our spread. Can you believe that October is almost over? I can't even believe it. Ooh, I said sex of pentacles. What? You're like, wow, what kind of reading is this? Six of pentacles. Six of pentacles. This is all about kind of giving and taking, a giving-taking kind of situation. Which, let's find out what we've got here and how we can see where this ties in. But, I have a couple ideas already, but giving and receiving is kind of the theme. So let's see what we've got. All right. Giving and receiving. So true feelings. We're looking at true feelings. Well, I can see that, well, I'm assuming obviously that you have feelings for O. And what I'm seeing, at least with two of these cards in particular, that this is all about a partnership. This is about traveling together and meaning and symbolism, obviously. Traveling along the path together. Six of Pentacles energy right on top of that is all about giving and receiving. So those connections, discussing those feelings. This is Swords. That's the suit of communication. So I am thinking so far it's looking pretty good. So giving and receiving. I think that also we got our 10 of Wands here. The 10 of Wands is kind of about being in command and feeling in charge and things like that. So with our helping thing, you already have established that you have feelings, correct? So this is all, because it's paired with this one, it's telling me that, these feelings are shared. This is somebody who is in command of their feelings. And remember, we've got the give and take. That give and take has to be equal, or it is not fair giving and taking, correct? So that shows me that it looks like the feelings might be the same. Now here, the Hermit. What is the Hermit doing here? Well, the Hermit is here to tell me that you might be feeling in November, you want to hear his true feelings. So I think there might be a few moments where you're like, I don't know what's going on. I want to hear this. he might not be telling you this immediately. So even though, yes, O looks to be keeping in contact with you in November, don't expect like you're going to answer the phone, hello, and he's going to say, hey, I love you. Looks like you might have to be kind of, figuring it out, and the conversation needs to evolve into that declaration of feelings. So the answer to your second question is, I believe, yes, that he will be talking about his true feelings, and I do think that the feelings are equivalent to yours. I'm assuming you want to be with O, but I'm not going to assume. But the feelings that you have are mirrored with O. But I think he might beat around the bush a bit. I think he's going to beat around the bush. We've got our hermit holding it tight like, I have news, but I'm not going to share. But I do think he feels the same, and I do think that something will come. I want to do an endgame card, though, just like a yes or a no about just a yes or a no, true feelings. True feelings for Vanessa from O, yes or no? Yeah, okay, so it's going to be different. See, it's the hangman. So this is going to be different. So different from what? What does that mean? Well, what is it like now? You don't have confirmation about feelings. You're wondering about contact. This is about somebody doing things differently now, which would be the opposite of no contact, right? So that's contact. The opposite of no feelings, I have feelings. Yeah, so that looks good, Vanessa. Looking good. Oh, better step up. He's never really expressed it. Yeah, well, that's why the hermit was there. I still think he's going to. The cards are telling me that. Okay, so Kristen, that's where we are. Sorry, I had to look at my list. Kristen, you are up, my dear. There we go. Found it. Thank you so much for the donation. All right, let's see what your question is. Will I be able to make a choice on the job opportunities? One job wants people to start immediately. Quality control operator for a plasma center. Ooh. All right, so you've got, it sounds like multiple opportunities, at least two, and one of those wants to start immediately, and that's the quality control. Okay, so we're going to find out what would be a good one. Ooh, let's use Anna K. Oh, yeah, we're going to use Anna K. All right. You're very welcome, Amira. Oh, my chat froze. What? Okay, it's back. That was weird. See, you guys have the chat there on YouTube. I have the same chat scrolling, but I'm using StreamYard. That's the what do you call it? Streaming platform. It's really good. So I don't know what it is, what's going on today. So anyway, I see the same chat, but mine had kind of popped in and out for some reason. Okay, let's get focused here. For Kristen, will I be able to make a choice on the job opportunities? What are we going to do? Kristen is going to make a choice. Will Kristen select the other choice or the plasma center? All right, so we're going to, will you be able to make a choice is the primary question. So we are going to lay it out the same way. If you were battling between which, I don't know what the second choice is. What do you think, Kristen? One job. All right, we're going to see what this says, and then we'll kind of see if we need more, and we'll do endgame cards. All right, 5 of Cups. Woo, 5 of Cups energy. That's telling me that, you know what, this is kind of like feeling like crying over spilled milk. So this to me is saying right away that, you might have your heart set on one of them, and the other one ends up panning out or being a more suitable kind of choice. Like, for example, you really like this one, but it doesn't pay well. So now you got to pick the second one because even though you wanted the first one, you know, one of those kinds of things. But let's find out. Let's see where it pulls in. Oh my, you got the choices card. You got the choices card. Wow. And that's exactly what you're wanting to do, is make choices, right? That's exactly what the Seven of Cups is all about. Making choices for what? Well, because you want to get to the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is all about wealth and comfort. It's all about, you know, feeling like you've secured all these things and, you know, you've gotten to that end game, which is 10. And obviously in this card, they show that contentment and happiness with a picture here of a family, and, you know, everybody's happy. But notice it's generational. It's grandparents, family, the next generation, which means, you know what, that wealth and comfort is there. Now, does that mean you're going to have some wild inheritance for your children? Now, obviously, I don't know that, but that feeling of, you know, that comfort level. So whatever you decide, you're going to have a good decision. It's going to be a good decision. Now we've got our Queen of Wands. What do I always say about the Queen of Wands? This is who we want to be. All of us. Again, gender neutral. Queen does not have to be a girl. This is the person we want to be. This is somebody who's really got it all together. So what this is telling me here is that you will make the right choice. It seems like at the initial onset, you might feel like, oh no, I didn't get the one I wanted. But it is the one you wanted ultimately. So as far as which one, we are going to pull an endgame card. We want to know if the plasma center is the right choice, if we can get some insight. Bottom of the deck, is the plasma center the right choice for Kristen? Nine of Rods. Okay. So this is Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is talking about being cautious and kind of waiting. So you told me that the plasma center wants people to start immediately. So it sounds like perhaps that, I mean, that implies, I mean, you know, waiting. And if it's immediate, why would you be waiting? You see? So, yes. Now, use your best judgment. Do not just poo-poo the plasma center because, hey, man, I got the Nine of Rods, so I don't want your job. You know, don't do that. But it is looking like some other opportunity. I don't know how many you might have, but you will be able to decide. Don't be discouraged if one of the jobs you're looking at doesn't really fit or pan out, because you got more coming. You got more coming, and I think that stuff was actually going to be better. That was awesome. All righty. Anna L, how are you? Let's see. Oh, my moderators, you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. All right, we're looking for Anna L's question. If you have not written it, hun, please drop that down there in the bottom. I am scrolling up just to see if maybe it was further back. No, I'm not seeing it. So let's go down to the bottom. Usually when I'm looking, that's when it's down at the bottom and I'm not seeing it. All right, so we're waiting on Anna L's question. I know yesterday you had to kind of pop in and out. I also saw Penelope saying she's going to pop in and out. So Penelope, did my boyfriend get me pregnant? Ooh. All right, so Anna L, if you can hear me, please write your question, and then we are going to do, where'd it go? I lost it already. Oh, there it is. Did my boyfriend get me pregnant? Woo, let's see. I don't know. Are you hoping for a pregnancy? Are you hoping for one? Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, pregnancy. Oh, good, Anna L. All right, thank you so much. I thought you might have had to pop out. I know some of us are, you guys are at work or you're busy, doing stuff. it's hard, to sit when you're waiting, if you've got stuff to do on the back of your mind. It's hard, you can't even enjoy it because you're thinking. General love reading for you, Anna. Anna. You are definitely going to get a reading. Okay. So let's find out about Penelope. Penelope is saying she's hoping to be pregnant. So that's good news, because knowing that is good news, because otherwise my reaction may not, if depending on what it says, if I had a great reaction and you were like, damn it, I don't want to clash, Okay, there's our energy. We're looking for pregnancy information for Penelope and her boyfriend. Are we thinking pregnancy is in the picture? Woo, we've got the star energy. Star energy, that's awesome. The star is all about kind of being recognized. Recognition. Someone standing up above the crowd, that kind of a thing. Being recognized would be clearly indicating to me, let's see what we've got, but that's sounding pretty good. Being recognized as being pregnant. Does that make sense? But we got to see what these say. So far, it's looking like a maybe looking good. Okay, so we're looking for pregnancy. I was hoping we were going to get the Empress, but we did not. But that's okay. This is crooked, and it's pissing me off. So hold on a minute. There. Much better. Okay, so we've got the star energy, and that's going to apply to each of our cards. We have our Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who has great job security, somebody who, really has, it has enough to plan things. She's a very good planner. She's got job security. She's got money. People love her. Job security. Now, I realize being pregnant isn't a job per se, but remember, this is symbolism. It sounds like a job to me to be pregnant, right? Here we've got our Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is talking about accepting a situation and, kind of trying to see differently, like how are we going to approach this next step, or where we're going now. And then we've got another card that really matches with that, which is our Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is all about kind of having success, but with more work needing to be done. So, my dear Penelope, things are looking promising. The star, remember, recognition, the star of hope. That's both of those is what this means. So, being hopeful and being recognized, we've got our Queen of Pentacles, who has job security, who feels very secure. We have the Hanged Man with the recognition and the hope, seeing things differently and trying to see how to move forward. And then we have our Four of Wands with our hope and our recognition, which says you've started something and now we need to build it. Oh my goodness. So this is looking pretty favorable for a pregnancy. Now, I would have liked to have seen like the Empress. That would have been something that would have been like slam dunk, like whoa. But this is looking very promising. So, and I think, the excitement of seeing that positive test is going to be there. But then I think you might have a moment of being like, holy crap, what do we do? But that'll pass. This is exciting. The Four of Wands tells me that you're building a foundation. So that's exactly where you want to be, when you have a baby. So yeah. Woo. So you'll have to let me know. You know what you do, Penelope? This is what you do. You keep picturing when you take that test, you picture that plus. You picture seeing it. You do not stand over that test and be like, oh, no, it's going to be negative. I know it. Because that's what you're bringing to you. Get it? All right. So let's see what Anna L has going on. I believe it was a general love. Yep. All right, Anna L, let's get to your reading. General love, we want to do what? We want to do secret tarots. That's what we want to do. All right, so, oops, let me get this fixed. All right. So I think the problem I was having with my chat was me. I think it was user error. All right. General love reading for Anna L. General love. What's coming? What should Anna be looking forward to? What should she watch out for? What's happening coming up in love for Anna? Anna, okay. Okay. Okay, so, all right, our energy here is Three of Swords. That's a little bit about heartbreak. That's a little bit about, you know, something near and dear to your heart kind of just not happening, not going well. So that is just on the face of it, that's kind of like, not so great. But, let's see what we've got. It might not, this changes things too, you know what I mean? So, and it does change things. It sure does. All right, so, excuse me, you've got Six of Cups here. This tells me that you're going to be hearing from one of your exes, or somebody you might have been heartbreaking over. So like, for example, if you were dating somebody and you thought it was going great, and then all of a sudden they didn't want to see you anymore, or, you know, something like that, or an ex situation where you broke up for whatever reason, somebody from the past is coming in. But that person from the past, you are getting this as your warning. Warning's not a good word. Advice, that's a better word. The advice is this, whatever reason, if you're exes, then that's pretty obvious. It's not going to work out. If you're not exes and the person we're talking about here was just somebody that you were kind of hoping for, it's probably not going to work out. This is saying stay away from the flashy, you know what, oh, you're so great looking and I can't wait to be with you. Make sure they have some substance, because otherwise you are going to be in making another scenario where you're going to get more heartbreak. So again, I think somebody from the past, or somebody that in the past you maybe had an ex or somebody it didn't work out with, that's coming back. You're supposed to be careful because it's still not probably a good idea. And then here you have the Empress. Now the Empress, it's all about growing things. This is about success. So it's telling me success about what? The brokenheartedness. So I think you're going to learn something. You know, you're going to be able to take forward in a new relationship. But I do think this person coming in is not going to be somebody that you ultimately are going to want to be with. And that might not, it's not going to work out so great. Not going to work out so great. But you're going to be taking some real good lessons, I guess, you know, going forward. So, yeah. So watch for those exes or people from the past. That's exactly what that meant. And probably somebody that you didn't feel like it went well. Like, oh, I'm heartbroken. Like, oh, they disappeared. Or, oh, I'm, you know, that kind of a thing. Ooh, isn't the tarot awesome? It gives you like a really nice little sneak peek. So you kind of are like, all right, I know what's going on. All right. Claudia 01, how are you? You are up next. Let me just check what is going on here, because I do see we've got a couple more. We do have Frankie. Hi, how are you, Frankie? Thank you so much. Rose D, how are you? Thank you again. And Tosh F. Oh, Tosh, how are you? Thank you so much, guys. You get priority now, and your questions do get read first. Claudia, I'm going to try to find your question, and we will. I thought I saw it, but it was Crystal. See, I saw the C, and I was like, there it is. Claudia, let me see if you could. Oh, here I got it right when I was about to ask you to retype. All right, my dear, thank you again. Will I finally leave Roy? His sign is a Leo. Or will he genuinely fall in love with me and commit? I am a Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio and Leo. That should be a good match. Let me see. We're going to use Deviant Moon because Deviant Moon is super cool. You're welcome, Anna. I hope that made sense, and I hope that gives you a little something, to hang your hat on there a little bit so you know what to expect. All right. Roy, what is going on with Roy and Claudia? Should Claudia just finally leave, or is there going to be some kind of true love and commitment coming from Roy? Okay. When I hear the name Roy, I always think of Roy from The Office. So any of you that are fans of The Office, Pam's fiance in the beginning named Roy, the minute I instantly saw Roy from The Office in my head. Okay, so what have we got, Roy? What's going on? All right, well, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is kind of about making a plan. Somebody who's tired of the drama and wants to make a plan. So that kind of gives us a little hint, and I already have some ideas, but we have to see what these are. We always need to check because cards, play together or influence each other, I mean. Okay. So, my dear, this is looking like you would potentially be leaving Roy. I'm sure that's probably not the answer you were hoping for, but I got to tell you what the cards say. This is, remember, our Queen of Pentacles. This is about making a plan. This is about somebody who is tired of drama. Our Eight of Swords is all about kind of feeling like your danger's everywhere. Now, I know, well, I hope you're not in physical danger. I mean, if that's the case, then we need to talk some more. But, feeling like every which way I turn, there's, who knows? Is there drama? Is there drama? Because we got our Queen Pentacles there. Could be drama. It sounds like, you're obviously waiting and the bouncing back and forth. I mean, man, you deserve somebody to tell you that. You shouldn't have to be pulling teeth, So that's what that is saying. Our King of Swords, the King of Swords is talking about somebody who is emotionally detached. So this, I believe, would be Roy, not wanting to talk about his feelings. And then here we round it off with the Moon. The Moon is all about, it can be about deception and secrets, but what it really is too is feeling like, you're being pulled. Just the Moon, look at this, has these guys like on marionette strings. And I think what this is saying here, because it's paired with our Queen, you're feeling like you're just going through the motions and you're going through the motions. And I always try to read it a pure read, but my instinct is coming in there, and I gotta say, if you're dancing around waiting for somebody to tell you they love you, if you're wondering like what are your feelings, well, you're being pulled around, you're being led around by your desire to be in a relationship. You're making choices and decisions based on what Roy is doing as opposed to based on what you are doing and what you are wanting. If Roy's not giving it to you, well, then you got to find somebody who's giving it to you. And when I say giving it to you, I'm not trying to be, sexy or anything goofy. I'm thinking give it to you, meaning the attention, the emotions, the commitment that you can't walk through life as a couple being like, oh no, I don't know if he loves me. That's kind of shitty, right? And some people in the beginning have a harder time of revealing their feelings. I get that. So it's not like you should just throw somebody away immediately. But after a certain amount of time, if somebody is emotionally detached, unless that's your love language and you like that sounds like a bad combo. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, Claudia. Well, I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't disappointing, but the tarot is thinking you might want to look elsewhere. Yeah. All righty. So, Frankie, thank you so much for your donation. All righty. Let's see what your question is. I was wondering if Tyler T likes me or has any kind of feelings for me. I'm from Michigan, and my date of birth is May 11th, 1992. He lives in North Carolina at the moment, and he is born January 26, 1990. Okay, so you're in Michigan, and he's in North Carolina. So this is long distance at this point. Were you in close distance before, closer, or has this always been the long distance kind of thing? Now, again, you guys, I tell you, I've done everything. I've been in a long distance relationship as well. I swear to God, everything but medical, I've probably done it or have some kind of relatable experience. I do, with cheaters, with all, I mean, I got experience with all kinds of crap that I wish I didn't. Okay, so we were going to use the Crow Tarot, and we're going to find out if Tyler T has any feelings. What is going on? We are long distance at the moment. We've got a May 11th. We've got a January 26th. All right. Is that Aries? I don't know. It usually cuts off around the 22nd. That would be Capricorn. All right. Let's find out. Okay, I'm reading what you wrote. He lived in Michigan several years back. He's a family friend, and you grew up with him. Okay, so you've had a connection other than, like, just, for example, if it were online, long distance the whole time, you know, that's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, that's a little different than saying you grew up together. So, all right, so Crow Tarot, we need to know what's going on with Tyler T. Are there feelings? Are there romantic feelings for Frankie? Okay, here is our energy. This is our spread, so let's find out energy. Okay, Queen of Swords energy. We'll see how it plays in, but the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who really tells it like it is. This is someone who keeps her emotions, you know, to herself. She doesn't want to show what she's thinking. She's very, someone who's very strict, someone who's very organized. Let's see how she pulls in. Now, again, guys, cards are gender neutral. A queen can represent a personality of a man, and a king could be a woman. You know, just think about it. It's old imagery of the court, you know, page, knight, king, queen. Why does this look so funky? I must be bumping it with my head or something. I don't know, man. It is just crooked today. Crooked. I don't know. Is that better? Maybe you guys don't care and it's just me being a goof, but it's making me mad. There we go. Gotta stay focused, and that's going to irritate me. Okay, so we have Queen of Swords energy. We've got our Three of Pentacles here. The Three of Pentacles is about, get this, success based off of past work. Past work, what is that? The relationship that you were building at one point, even though it was only a friendship type of thing. This is talking about success based off of that friendship, you know? So here we have our Seven of Wands, and this is about kind of standing your ground, you know? Again, you have a long distance relationship. There is like something, you know, you can't do anything about that unless you move, obviously. And until that point, you have to develop a relationship because you already know each other, though. It might be a little bit easier. So this is saying that there might be some challenges with that, and it probably is indicating that about your distance, you know, of where you're living. But great news, because we have our Page of Cups. Cups is all about love and emotion. This is somebody, though, who very much hates change, doesn't want to change things often. You know what? With our energy here of our Queen of Swords, that's about somebody who takes the emotion out of it. So what I'm going to say, honey, I do think there are some feelings, there are thoughts of how this could potentially develop into a relationship. But I think that this is kind of being resisted because of the fear of the friendship being lost. I do think there are feelings, but remember what I just said about our page. That's somebody who likes to stand back, doesn't want to change things, is afraid to change things. And with our queen, that means you have to take your emotion out of it. So I would say that Tyler has to take, he's taking the emotion out of it. So right now I am seeing that potential is there, but right now I think Tyler would be too concerned about breaking that bond that you guys had already established or whatnot. We want to do an end game though. This is real clear. I think that really does sum it up. But potential, we want to know, well, potential. What does that mean though? Is it going to happen? Yes or a no? Will Tyler and Frankie ever get together? Give us a yes or a no, please. All right. What have we got? We've got our Four of Cups. Okay. Four of Cups is about not wanting to see what's right in front of you. So I think that this is taking a while because, again, not seeing in the relationship goggles. We're looking at, in the friendship goggles. Still seeing that. We're going to do one more. We want to see if this is going to change once the friendship goggles are taken off. The Hermit. Okay. So it looks like it's probably not going to be revealed to you. But I do think that is there. It is a fear of ruining that relationship that you had. And that's where we are right now. Again, this is a snapshot of the energy at the moment the question is asked. So now that you know this, perhaps you can insert yourself a little more and kind of push this along a little bit. Do you see? That's why it's so good to check in with the energy, because now that you know you have free will, you can the energy's always swirling. It's like a tornado. It's like curly ribbons that are going around everything all the time. So you can, imagine sticking your arm in the water, how it ripples away. That you do it with the energy. Do it with the energy. Change it. All right. Good luck, Frankie. Thank you so much for your donation. All righty. Rose D. Rose D. How are you? Let's get to your question, my dear. I think I saw it. If not, if you could start writing it for me. I'm going to look up above, though, and see. I see you're saying thank you to Kiss, Kiss JG, one of our moderator extraordinaires. You know what Night Reader calls the moderators the Blue Crew. I like that. I told him, can I steal that? And he goes, sure, but I haven't used it yet. All right. Thank you, Rose. Hello, ma'am. Hello. I donated. Thank you. Can you tell me who has been thinking about me? Ooh, okay. Who's been thinking about Rose D? What are we going to use? We're going to use our modern spellcasters. I am on a kick with my 3 new decks I just got. My birthday was October 9th, and I got gift cards from Amazon. You know I got decks, right? I got 3. Happy birthday to me. Now I need more because I'm like an addict. That's like my drug. I need more decks. All right. Who's been thinking about Rose D? Who's been thinking about Rose D? Whoa. We're not going to keep that one. We're not going to keep them. I don't keep them when I'm when I'm shuffling. Most readers do, and I totally get the reasoning, and I wish I could do the same, but I am a terrible shuffler, so I think that's not really fair. But I do keep them if I drop them otherwise. But all right. All right, let's find out what's going on for Rose D. What is going on for Rose D? Who's been thinking about Rose? Hey, Gina Lee, how are you? Who are you? All right, it looks like you've donated as well, so I'm going to put you on the donation list. Thank you so much. We've got Rose D, then we have Tosh F, and then we have Gina Lee. Okay, what do we got for our energy? Ooh, King of Cups energy. Guess what this means, Rose? This means somebody watching you from afar. This is the King of Cups. He has got all those emotions. He's in charge of everything. He's got them all under control. But he's somebody who likes to step back and kind of watch and see what's going on. So that sounds pretty much like somebody who's watching and thinking about you, doesn't it? That's great energy. Let's find out. Rose, look at it. It's the Lovers. Ooh, and an opportunity for growth. That's our ace. And the World. Oh my God. Okay. This is awesome, but we need another card. I'm going to tell you why. So again, somebody watching you. Somebody's really watching you. We've got the Lovers. The Lovers. I don't even need to explain, do I? The Lovers. This is obviously somebody who is in love. And this is more of a deeper love. This isn't I love you this weekend or I love you tonight. This is I love you. This is that pure like harmony love. We've got the Ace of Wands. This is a new opportunity to grow something. This is the beginning of growing a relationship, right? If it had been Cups, it would have been a little more of a slam dunk. But at the same time, this is all about growth and effort, which you do obviously need to put into the beginning of a relationship. So that makes total sense. Here we have the World. The World, this is the World. How can you have more than the World? The World is all about kind of like the end of a journey, like achieving things, accomplishing things, and, having that all in. So whoever this is somebody that you are going to want to be taking a look. Like I said, King of Cups is somebody who's kind of stepping back, looking at you. Now we need a little more because we have confirmed here that somebody is very much thinking about you. But we need a little more because we're not even getting like an idea of how you might figure out who this is. Now, remember, I can't get like, okay, blonde hair, brown eyes, I can't get that, or 5'7", or you're going to meet him on Tuesday. I'm not going to get that, but I can probably get some personality traits and maybe where you might see this person, and then maybe you can put two and two together. You might know exactly who it is. So we're going to say, we need to know who. Can you tell us a little more about who this is, please? Two of Wands. All right. It's somebody who's a very quiet person. Somebody who does a lot of thinking and planning before they do things. It's somebody who kind of has a hard time making decisions. And, they're, again, a little bit to themselves. So what else? What else can you tell me about who this person is? All right. Of course, it's upside down. There we go. Another 2. All right. This is somebody who has a really hard time making choices. But this is also, the number 2 came up twice. 2, 2, 2, right? This is all about balance and partnership. Whoever this is somebody important. All right, one more. Give us one more. Can you tell us? We know that they are in love once they get together. We know the person's an introvert and has a little bit of a hard time making decisions. All right, what is this? I can't even see. All right, 4 of Swords. This guy or girl, I don't know what your preference is. This person is somebody, again, who really thinks before doing things. This is somebody who's quiet. This is somebody who's a thinker. This is somebody who makes plans. I mean, someone who's so, you might not even notice. They blend into the background kind of person. But this is somebody who is very thoughtful, might be a little bit indecisive, but once they make up their mind, they make a plan. This is not somebody who's going to be whooping it up at the bar and standing on the tables and screaming and drinking. This is somebody, again, who's more quiet. Yeah, this let's do one more just to see where we might. Oh, shit, I can't do that. I already turned them over and saw it. Darn it. All right, we'll pull one from the inside. Is there any insight into where? We're just going to do one and get a where. Six of Pentacles. It has something to do with helping, somebody or somebody helping you. Now, remember, helping doesn't need to be just like, oh, like therapy or, something like that. It could be someone who helps you at the store, somebody who helps you in any kind of way. It's somebody, you're going to not notice them. They're in the background, but that's who it is. Oh, Rose D. Looks good. That's a little mysterious, huh? All right, Tosh, you are up next, my friend, and then Gina Lee. All right, so let's get up here. I did see your question written out, so let me just find it. I found it. All right, Tosh, thank you so much. Did Nelson ghost me? He stopped responding to all my texts. We are supposed to meet up Saturday. I'm suspecting third party. If it is, we're done for good this time. We're both Pisces. Really? So he is not responding to you. All right, we're using Arcanum Tarot. We need to see what's going on. Yeah. People are such asses, don't they? I mean, in a way, I don't mean he's an ass, but people do asshole things, right? Seriously, man. I wouldn't go, I'm married, but so I'm not really, I could ghost my husband, I guess, by not answering, but I wouldn't do that. But I don't understand what people just say. I mean, they don't even have to say a lot, just say, I changed my mind, or I'm doing this. Why are people so rude? I don't know. All right, so third party perhaps, but we'll find out what we see. If we see a Seven of Swords, then that would definitely be a third party. So let's see what we've got. Nelson, why aren't you responding? You're supposed to meet up Saturday. Are they meeting up Saturday? Are Tosh and Nelson still going to meet up Saturday? All right. Oh, you're very welcome, Rose D. I just looked over and saw your comment. Thank you. What a nice compliment. And I'm so glad you like the channel. It's real important to me. I want to make sure that you guys are getting some good advice, that we're having some fun. So good. Thank you. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay. So, here's our energy. We want to know, Nelson, what in the hell is Nelson doing? I will say, before we even flip over cards, the best way to get somebody to pay you attention or contact you or whatever is to stop contacting them. The minute you're seeming to be gone, then all of a sudden people are like, hey. So, yeah, so that works. All right. So we've got Ten of Pentacles energy for the entire spread. Ten of Pentacles, this is all about kind of being, excuse me, comfortable, someone who's financially well off. This is about feeling like you can be generous with others. I'm feeling like this energy is picking up on you. You are being very generous in allowing time to go by. This is, you're supposed to be meeting somebody here. You can't give more than somebody else. It's not fair. And it's not just because I'm saying it like a little kid on the playground, like it's not fair. I'm not saying that, but it is not equal. It's not balanced, and and an unbalanced thing never ever works, right? So it's very unbalanced, it sounds like. So let's find out what we've got. Okay. Well, it looks to me like you probably will still meet up on Saturday. The Six of Wands is telling me about success, about kind of like that initial feeling of, happiness and cheering and joy. So what I'm thinking is, I think you are going to still get together, but, or at least be in contact. But I think it's going to be one of those things that feels really good. But it might be one of those things that it's good in the beginning, like today when I've got that rush of feeling like, oh, we're having fun, we're watching a great movie, and now you're being nice and attentive. But then I feel like, again, it's going to go up and down. Look at where he's going. He's going out into the nowhere. So, that tells me, again, you might be experiencing a little bit more of the same. We've got our Six of Swords, which means you guys are carrying some baggage with you, carrying some drama. And then here we've got our Three of Wands. I think this is you again, looking out into the distance, deciding where to go next. I think, you've been doing this a long time. There is no give and take. And the Six of Swords is about a long journey and carrying your baggage with you, carrying the drama along and just continuing on carrying the drama. So it's about carrying that with you. And then here deciding, okay, what am I doing? I'm going to look out and I'm going to say, what am I doing? This tells me, though, that while you are thinking these things, and remember, that's where it's unbalanced. Here comes the Six of Wands. Here comes the, oh, good, let's do something fun tonight on Saturday. We're going to have dinner. We're going to make out on the couch and watch a movie or whatever you guys are going to do. And then it goes back to the nothing. So, honey, what I'm thinking is I do think you will end up getting a conversation going about it. You probably either A, will get together physically, meaning, face to face, or at the very least, some kind of conversation that you're feeling kind of giddy about, like, hey, this is going great. But then you're not going to hear again. It'll go one of those phases. So it's an up and down. I want to get an end game, though, and see if there's a third party. Is there a third party in this situation? Why is Nelson not responding? Is there somebody else? King of Swords, he's being emotionally detached. He's keeping his emotions out of it. He's the King of Swords. So he is somebody who is sort of like, I'm just going to make it. I'm feeling like I'm the boss. That's the way to say it. I'm the boss. The King of Swords is like, I'm the boss. I don't want to say he doesn't care about things, but he's emotionally detached. Like, we're going to take care of business. So I'm not seeing another person, but I'm seeing somebody who's perhaps just thinking about themselves. Tosh, I hope that goes well. Good luck. Third time's the charm sometimes, my friend. You make your best decision, of course. Do not let any of my comments or the reading, you're smarter than all of that. Because you know the situation. You're there. You're in the moment. But I gave you my opinion, and I also gave you the cards, the reading. So hope it helped. But of course, be an independent thinker and make your decisions that way. All right. Gina Lee. Gina Lee is posting her question right now. All right. So thank you so much for your donation. After that, we have Sonu 1027. And then we have Eva. How are you, Eva? How are you, Sonu? Thank you both for your donations. All right, Lebaninsky. I'm just trying to write your name down. I want to spell it right, even though I'm the only one who's going to see it. So I don't know why I care. But anyway, I got some OCD stuff going on. And then other stuff like I don't even care. But it's like weird. Oh, looks like we got 2 donations from Eva. So we're going to do that. Right now we're going to do Gina, then we're going to do Sonu, and then we're going to do Eva. Eva's got 2 questions. So that is where we are. And thanks again to my moderators. You guys are doing so great. Okay, so how does E and Q feel about my newest Instagram post? And you're back. She's back. Back for more. Do any of you know those 80s songs? I don't know if you are my age. I have a feeling you are much younger than I. I am 51. I was born in 1969. I graduated high school in 1987. I had my kids in 1995 and in 1997. So that gives you, I'm sure you can see where you were born, put that year in and be like, wow. I was thinking about that question a few minutes ago with the birth date of 92, and I'm like, oh my, I was 22 years old. Time goes fast, you guys. If you're young, pay attention to the time. Appreciate every day. It's not a sad thing. but the time does go by quickly. Okay, back to this. Zombie Tarot is going to help us out. E and Q, what do you think about the Instagram? She's back. Gina's back. Okay, one more shuffle. Oh, there goes the dropped card. I will grab that one because it landed on the floor. Okay. I've got a logic here. I've got a rhyme to the reason. There is, ooh, it's the Hanged Man. Oh, Gina, that's about looking at things in a different way. It's also about being accepting of the situation. So maybe that means to stop being jealous and to actually accept this as the way, it is, meaning your popularity or your success, and to stop being jealous about it, Okay. Woo! So that's good. That's good energy. All right. So what did they think? Oh, geez. What did they think? All right. So we start off with our Queen of Hazards. This is our Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who is somebody who has very good job security. So far what I'm thinking, they're seeing it differently, and they're seeing what a solid following you have, perhaps, or your post, showing that your post is, something solid that a lot of people are either going to benefit from, like, be inspired by, I don't know what your posts are about, but it is definitely something that they're looking at it, but I do think they want to see how it plays out, like where it goes. So the success in the moment is definitely seen, but I don't know if they're looking further out as to where this might go in terms of your, whatever you want to do with it. If it makes you have friends, if it makes you have job security, if it gives you a following to buy products, they aren't really looking out at that. They're literally looking at the social aspect of it. They were jealous of you, and we already knew this, but I do think that has changed. They're seeing it differently. And now here we have our Page of Cups. This is all about creative opportunities. This is about new information, new messages. This is somebody who kind of steps back and watches things. Somebody who's very happy. So not sitting like in the bush, like with your binoculars, with the frowny face. We're not talking about stepping back. We're talking about, all right, well, I'm just going to sit back and observe in a positive way. Like, hey, yeah, this is good. Here we have our Queen of Swords. This is telling me that, they don't really have a lot of anger about it, or jealousy about it. That has kind of pulled back. I think they like what they're seeing, but our Queen of Swords is usually kind of removed from emotion. So it's somebody, again, who is not necessarily seeing this as a jealousy moment at all. I think they are pulling that jealousy back. Again, remember, seeing it different, but they are looking, and they're looking in a favorable view, and they are looking quietly. Our page is quiet. Look at our little zombie boy. So, my dear, I think that that jealousy might be dying. I think it's Hanged Man action going on, Gina. We got Hanged Man action going on. Changing. Things are different when it's the Hanged Man, right? Awesome. Well, good. I hope that helped. I like that. Oh, yep. You're so glad. Yes, me too. And it's about time. About time. Again, we need to lift each other up. All of us, but especially women. Women, it's a fact that women are treated differently than men in the workforce and in social things and relationships. It's true. We all need to be building ourselves up. Remember what I said about our pie, guys. We got a pie going. I still have it from you. Oh, no, that's not it. love, success, all those things are not a pie. It's not like this is success right there in the ball, and we cut it up into pieces. And once somebody takes success, oh shit, now we don't have a piece of success. Oh no, somebody else has it. Oh no, and now half of the success is gone. Bullshit. No, this is the success, and there's always more coming in. We can share. Just because somebody has success does not mean that we can't have success. It is not a pie. It is not a pie. Okay. So new. How are you? All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for your donation. Jakumare. Did I say it right? J. Kumare. I hope I did. I'm not very good at pronouncing. What is Anoop's true intention toward me? Will he confess his love for me soon? Or do you see a third party? Oh, we got lots of third parties today, don't we? He did have a bad past, and both of us are Scorpio. Okay, so we've got two Scorpios going here. What do we want to use for this question? We would like to use our Tarot in Wonderland. Yes, indeed, we do. Oh, and then we drop stuff. How you like it? All right. So, Anoop, what are your true intentions? What are your true intentions toward Sanu? Sanu 1027 needs to know. Jakumari. Anoop, how are you feeling? And are you going to confess your love? All right. Bad past, huh? I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. Dropping it again. All right. One more shuffle because I didn't mean to do that, obviously. All right. So we've got our energy here, and we've got our spread. Okay. All right. So the moon, this is all about kind of feeling like there's a mystery. Well, obviously you have a question. So that clearly is kind of common sense that you obviously kind of have a little mystery. This particular deck does a really nice job of the moon. Notice it's the walrus and the carpenter, if you're familiar with the story. Anyway, they're walking, and then here we have the little oysters, and they're being brought along, not even knowing that these two are the walrus and the carpenter are actually going to eat them when they get to the restaurant. These little things think, hey, we're going somewhere great. So this is all about kind of going with the flow, not knowing where things are going. Well, that really, is telling us a little bit about what you've already been doing. So let's find out what's going on here. All right. Oh, we got the ooh la la card, guys. The Knight of Cups. Ooh la la. Knight of Cups. This is someone who comes rushing in. This is somebody who is bringing love. This is somebody who's charming, who's attractive, who is smart and romantic, and they want to sweep you off your feet. Holy crap. That's good. That's really good. So we've got the Knight of Cups. Now remember, we've got some mystery going on. Totally makes sense, though, because you don't know. Makes sense. So the mystery here is I think, going to be resolved. I think that the intentions are good. Confessing his love for you, I think, yes, I think that will be coming. Knight of Cups. Again, it's the ooh la la card. Ooh, who can be better than ooh la la, right? So the mystery, you're feeling like there is deception, but we have our Four of Swords. I think this is saying that you just kind of need to calm your mind. I don't see anything here that is telling me that there is a third party or a cheating situation. It does show me, though, that, being concerned and worried that there's danger around every corner, this will be resolved if you just kind of refocus your thinking. The Four of Swords is all about kind of making peace with things and kind of refocusing and deciding how to move forward. We also have our Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is being about feeling in danger because of self-imposed limitations. So this is about, you're kind of creating this in your own mind, I believe. That is also part of why the moon is here. The moon is also paired up here with our Knight, because he's going to come in and make the night, the energy there change. It's going to go to bed right now. You do not need to worry. This is all about kind of reflecting. You might need to kind of relax yourself, calm yourself. You are putting yourself in this self-imposed prison. Do you know what the Suit of Swords is? Thoughts. You've got all these thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, don't you? You're feeling trapped. You're like, oh my God, all these cards are falling on me. I'm stuck here with swords. I have this weird wrapping that looks like toilet paper on me. You know, they're doing it to yourself, hon. I think you're doing it to yourself. Look at that. Ooh la la. Look at that. Look at that. I think you're doing it to yourself, honey. Use your intuition, you know, and pay attention, you know, just, you know, always pay attention. But it looks, the cards are looking like things are looking fine for you. And I do see a, you know, communication and telling you the feelings. I do not see anybody else. Nobody else. Okie dokie. Thank you so much. We've got Eva up next. Eva has 2 donations and 2 questions. So it looks like we have another donation. It looks like Grace has donated. Whoops. Let me fix. My pen does not work. All right, there we go. All right, Grace. So let us see. I've got you on the list there. Thank you so much, honey. You are welcome, Sonu. I hope it goes well. I know what you're doing. It's hard because I do it too. And I know it's easier said than done. But we have control of our brain. Our brain is up to, we have control of our thoughts. We can't, you know, our thoughts aren't in control of us, you know. It's easier said than done sometimes, I realize, but, you know. All right. Eva, how are you? Thank you so much. What do I need to focus on in my next step in life as I try to move on from my past relationship? Okay, so moving on from a past relationship, we're going to use the Steampunk Tarot. Okay, so moving on from a past relationship, what will help Eva to move forward? What should Eva be paying attention to, focusing on, directing her energy on to help her move on from the past? Moving on from the past. Okay, there's our energy. Here is our spread. Okay. The Lovers. Woo. All right. Interesting, because you said move on from your past relationship, and then we get the Lovers. Like, what the hell? But the Lovers, and and we'll see what these cards say, because it'll help us dial it in a little bit. But the Lovers, this can indicate romance and things like that. It also can represent, you know, kind of being blinded by thinking about love. So, you know, this could go 2 ways. It could be about another love coming into your life, or it can be about you need to stop focusing on it. You know, that could be what the message is. So let's find out. Let's see what this is all about here. Yeah. Oh, yes. All right. We've got the Lovers. There's the death card. The death of your relationship, obviously, that makes sense. But this is also talking about remember what I said? One of the things it could be is either a new person coming in like, ooh, yay, or it could be about your past relationship. I think you are still very focused on it. As I just said to somebody else, we are in charge of our thoughts. We are. That is easier said than done sometimes, but with practice, we can really do we can change things. We can stop thinking. Sometimes when my thoughts are getting out of control, say I'm thinking about something that I'm feeling guilty over, like, oh, geez, I feel bad. I hope they didn't think I meant that when I said that or whatever. And I'm thinking, and I can't get out of it. It's like you're in a loop, like a tornado, like, ah, la, 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 la. Well, what I do when you can't just turn it off like a light switch. That's ridiculous. So literally what I do when I can't think of something I need to I literally start naming things I see. Like I'll go, crystal ball, here's the holder, here's my card, here's the other card, this is black, that's a coffee cup. I just start saying things because it is physically impossible to think about two things at the same time. One after the other, sure, but you can't do it at the same time. And once I start being my goofy trick of, okay, here's some tape and here's a crystal and here are my glasses, and that sounds ridiculous. But once you do that for a minute, you realize all of a sudden you're not thinking about anything anymore. And it's so much, it's a good trick. So try that. So you're overthinking. You got to let go. That's the death card. You got to let this love die. You got to stop thinking about it. Turn it off. Turn it off. Your fear about finding somebody else and repeating a bad relationship is not based in reality. You do need to be smart. You do need to use what you've learned. You do need to pay attention and trust in yourself. But you have to, I have a feeling what you're thinking about is you're thinking, I'm just going to have it happen again. Or it's either going to happen again or I keep thinking about my old person. Guess what? If it didn't work, it's still not going to work. It didn't work. So move on. So you literally make yourself move on. I don't know, but who you broke up with or who broke up with you or what happened, but I bet they're living their life, drinking a cup of coffee right now, having a sandwich and maybe dating somebody else, or maybe they're, in the shower, maybe they're out cutting the grass, they're doing their life. Don't. This is saying to me very strongly that you are afraid that something is going to repeat. You are perhaps maybe you're wanting to repeat it, even though it was a bad relationship, or you're afraid of the new person who might be repeat. Here, I know that's not true because we have the strength card. The strength is saying, you know what? You have inner determination. You learned a lot from the death of that bad relationship. Going forward. Now, I know you're talking about the next step in life, and now here it is, we're focusing back on relationships, but this is what the energy is the strongest right now. So it's picking up on that energy first and foremost. So that to me is telling me that you need to stop thinking about it. And if you don't feel like you're like, well, wait a minute, I'm not really thinking about it. Really? Think about it again. No, I didn't mean to say it again. Think about whether you're thinking about it. Really reevaluate that. A lot of times we're thinking about stuff on autopilot. We're not even realizing our thoughts, right? Pay attention to your thoughts. And when you have thoughts that are bringing you pain or that you just don't want to deal with, you just need to kind of like turn it off. Like a light switch, the best you can. Use my trick. Think about saying silly stuff like, here's my phone, here's a piece of paper, just do that. And you can't think about two things at the same time. You literally cannot. But that's what it's telling me, hon. It looks like it is that's the self-imposed prison. I wish that card would have come up because that would have made a lot of sense. All right, my friend, let's get some messages for you. And then we've got Grace up next. And then we've got Crystal. All right. So Grace and Crystal, you are up next. And then Eva's second question. Let me see. Messages from your higher self. Oh, I love these. I love messages. Messages. So we need to know. I'm going to go ahead and use the modern spellcasters. Okay, modern spellcast. Yep. So Eva's saying, I'm probably thinking about it. Yup. I bet you are. Do you know how many things we're thinking about that we don't even realize we're thinking about? Seriously. And if you believe in the law of attraction, what you think about, you're bringing to you like a magnet. More of that. You're thinking about, oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. You're going to get more, it's terrible, more, it's terrible. You know, think positive. And I know it sounds so cliche. Oh, think positive. But it's so true. You gotta put those positive vibes out. Hey, Tia, how are you? All right, so focus. All right, Eva. Messages from the spirit guides and higher self. I love messages. My favorite questions. I love all of them, but that is definitely, I get a real charge out of the messages. Okay, what does Eva need to know? What does Eva need to know? All right, we're going to do this a little differently. It's still going to be 4 cards, but we are not going to turn over an energy card. We're just going to do 4 separate cards, like so. And we'll see what the messages are. You know, we might have 4 messages. We might have 1, and these all support it. You know, it's a primary message. We'll see what we've got. Okay. Ooh, you got the Magician. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay. So messages. All right. So it looks to me like you are potentially thinking about things. You are trying to potentially make a decision. You've got kind of feeling kind of caught in the middle of things. These are all about thoughts and ideas. So this to me would be something inside of you. You know, you're kind of you might have, that's your tendency, that's your go-to. You might have a hard time making decisions and being indecisive. So that explains what you might be doing. But what's the message? The message is the Queen of Swords. She's telling you, stop it, stop it, stop it. The Queen of Swords is saying, you know what? And when you're feeling like that feeling of indecisiveness, or, you know, you just don't want to look at it because you don't want to deal with it kind of thing, you remember you're the queen, man. You are the queen. You are sitting on your throne. You've got this ox or buffalo, or I don't know, not a buffalo. Maybe it's a cow, ox, I don't know. But anyway, you've got all these things. You're sitting out in the cold, for God's sakes. You don't even need a coat because you're so tough. Really? Yeah, yeah. So the queen here, notice we have another queen here right next to this queen. This is also saying sometimes when things go wrong, it is because your emotions are guiding you instead of your head. Your emotions are guiding you instead of your head. What does that sound like? That sounds like our last reading. Holy crap. So a queen, we've got some real strong energy here for as a personality for you. The universe, your spirit guides, the higher self, all of these are universal. We can interchange those names. They want you to know that, you know what, you are a powerful person. We have the Magician here. The Magician says you are a manifester. You can create things. You make things happen. Now, if you're into the law of attraction, you know, that means an extra layer of awesomeness. If you're not, the law of attraction talks about manifesting things quite a bit. If you're not into the law of attraction, you're just like, whatever, then the Magician, you can also think, means the same thing, but it would be in the sense of, you know how to get things going. You know what I mean? You know how to start things. You know how to, get it going. You're a powerful manifester, powerful manifester. So when you're feeling indecisive, when you're kind of putting the blinders on because you don't want to deal with it, you need to have a talk with yourself and say, get up, Eva, get up, do it. Just get it over with, or stand up and tell it like it is. You can't, you know what I mean? These are the kinds of things this queen is saying. And this queen is saying, you know what? Emotionally, all is good. You just have to make sure and not be like where your emotions are good. She's the queen of emotions. So she has all the emotions. Great, right? But guess what other emotions she has? She has all those other ones like stress, sadness, worry. So she's got all the emotions, including the ones that we are always kind of like, man, we don't really care about those, but she's got them all. This is saying the Queen of Swords is telling the Queen of Cups, stop crying, stop it, stop it, stop it. You don't need to do that because you are a manifester. You make things happen. The Magician has all the suits. He's got cups. He's got wands. He's got swords. He's got pentacles. Cups is love and emotion. Swords is communication and truth, thoughts, ideas. Pentacles is the suit of everyday life, health, wealth, money. And wands is everyday growth. This is about growth and energy. This is about making things happen. And if you're a manifester, you can do any of that. Whoa, so that's really good, Eva. Ooh, see what I mean about messages? Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, Eva, my dear, thank you for your donations. All righty, we've got Grace, and then we have Crystal. So let's see Grace's question. I think you wrote it. Yep, I found it. Thank you so much. Is 120 or 122 Rio Vista Lane right for my new home, or should I keep looking? Is there something better coming? I'm so unsure. Woo, okay, we got a moving question. We're going to use Everyday Witch because I feel like it, and we're going to find out. Okay, so 120 or 122 Rio Vista Lane. All right, is Rio Vista Lane good for Grace? Thank you for your donation, Grace. I don't know if I said that. All right, 120 or 122, Rio Vista Lane, Rio Vista Lane, Rio Vista Lane. All right. All right, so do you have, Grace, are you asking, we have three we're asking about, right? 120, 122, or keep looking. Is that correct? I think that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so we've got three. Let's do it this way. I got an idea. Okay, so 120, 122, or keep on looking. Okay, we're going to put a clarifier on each. Well, and we're going to see what it says, what looks best. Okay, that is how we're going to do it. All right, so I'm going to pull these down for a second just so we can get these over. So this is 120. 120 is Knight of Swords. Okay, 122, we've got 5 of Pentacles. Keep looking, 3 of Swords. This one is clarified by our Ace of Pentacles. Number 2 is about the Wheel of Fortune. And this is about the Star. Okay, so I'll tell you exactly what this means. I'm thinking that 120 Rio Vista Lane is looking the best option for you at this time. 120 is here, 122, and here's for keep looking. 120 is the Knight of Swords. This is the Knights are always about important change. Really, obviously, change, moving. It's about important action, moving. Because he's swords, he's all about action. He's all of action-oriented type of person. The warning, though, or the advice, I should say, with our Knight of Swords is you need to make sure you're planning. You know, it's easy when you get in, you know, you're like, yay, my new house or my new apartment or whatever it is. And then you're like, you have a certain amount of money for your move and all this. And then all of a sudden you need to repair this, or you need, oh shit, I forgot about cable, or, you know, whatever. So having that plan is important, not just the moving in, but making sure. But the reason I say that it's so much better is we have our Ace of Pentacles. Guess what this is? A new home. Ace of Pentacles is literally handing you a new home. A new home. So yeah, there you go. That is absolutely my answer. I will tell you why. 122 and the search are telling me no. 122, this is 5 of Pentacles. Look at that. That's about being kept out. She literally can't go into the house. She is being kept out. Pentacles is clearly, like I said, about your living situation. She's being kept out. So 22, and then this here with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about kind of repeating patterns. So, you know, I think that, you know, being kept out and feeling like that's just going around and around, that it's just going to keep happening. You know, 122 is not looking so great. Keep looking is 3 of Swords. That is the heartbreak card. That is saying, you know, obviously you can understand what that would mean. Heartbroken about looking is going to be making you sad. This breaks your heart kind of feeling, right? So then here we have the clarification is the star. This star is the star of hope. That's about looking out, hoping to find more. This is also the star of recognition. So this is about maybe looking and seeing something, recognition. I see you. I recognize you. You see, I recognize the other homes. I'm looking at the other homes. I am identifying you. But they are all Three of Swords. They are all heartbreak cards. So I am going to say, based on that analysis, that option 1, which is 120 Rio Vista Lane, looks to be your best bet. Second best bet would have been 122, but I don't think that's the winner. Definitely looking for a new one. Looks like you might find more that you don't like. So why waste the time? Now, again, I want you to remember, this is tarot cards, you know, I want you to remember I am telling you what the energy is of the moment. So use your best judgment, of course, always. But yeah, the energy read is telling me 120, my friend. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's not even like I'm saying, oh, well, it kind of looks like it. No, this is saying Ace of Pentacles is saying, here's your new house. I mean, literally handing you a pentacle. So that's why I'm definitely going to stay on 120. 120, my friend. All right. So let me find my deck. Here it is. I put my cards back. Oh, you're so welcome, Grace. I'm glad you feel better. I know there's nothing. I am so indecisive. I really am. I'm a Libra, so I'm always wanting to stay balanced. I'm afraid I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm afraid of making the wrong choice. I mean, I'm like super indecisive. All righty. Crystal, how are you? Thank you so much for your donation, Crystal. Let's see where your question is. Yeah. I thought I saw it, but I guess I maybe did not. Crystal. There's your name. I see you. Donate. All right, I got that. And Crystal donated for 2, and we've got Gina. Okay, so Crystal has 2, and then Gina Lee. Okay, so let us see what we have here. I'm not seeing. Hey, Zara. Hey, how are you? Beautiful Aries. How are you? Good to see you. All right, so I'm looking for Crystal. We've got 2 for Crystal, and then we have Gina Lee. All right. Grace already put, I already did Grace. Crystal. I'm good, beautiful Aries. Thank you for asking. I'm good. I am, I always seem to have a lot going on, you know, and that's good because, you know, staying busy and all the things I've going on are, you know, it's just like a little exhausting though. I'm telling you, every night when I go to bed, it's almost like I feel like somebody drugged me, like sleeping pills, because all of a sudden I'm asleep and then all of a sudden it's morning and I don't even remember going to bed. Oh, here we go. Crystal, thank you so much. Is Christopher the Libra the right husband for me? Or is James the Sagittarius the right husband for me? Okay, well, we can do a column, but I would kind of like to see a little more since you did make 2 donations. I want to see a little bit more about why they would be good or not good. So let's do this. I'm going to use light seers, and I'm going to do a spread for Christopher and then a spread for James. And if we're not getting some real clear answers, I'll do like a throwdown, yes or a no, like endgame thing. Okay. So Christopher, we're going to start with Christopher. Christopher, are you the right husband for Crystal Combs? Are you the right husband? Crystal Combs. No, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to do this a little different. We're going to do 3 and 3. Okay, that's Christopher. And this is James. Then we're going to do some throwdowns, okay? We're blending it together, doing a two-stage reading, huh? 2 stages. Okay, so we've got Christopher the Libra. Libras are awesome. Okay, is this the right husband? We've got Christopher here. We've got Christopher here, and we do have the 9 of Swords in that. 9 of Swords is kind of about heartbreak, disappointment, crying, depression, staying up late. That doesn't sound fun. So let's find out what James is doing. Okay. Okay. So let's do this kind of left to right, and then we'll do a couple throwdown cards, okay? So we're looking at Christopher the Libra. I think that Christopher, this is going to be somebody that you're going to have to feel like you got to kind of tell them what to do. Like you're going to feel like, you need to do this, or did you do this? You know, you got to follow up. You got to kind of direct things. You got to kind of stay on top of Christopher. That's what it looks like. Our Queen of Swords is telling me that you're going to need to use some sharp words. You're going to really need to get to the point. You're going to really kind of have to manage things. Our High Priestess is telling me that there's going to be a lot of ambiguity. Like, all right, what's going on? Did you get such and such done? Tell me, I need to hear X, Y, Z, or I need you to do A, B, C. I feel like it's going to be like pulling teeth to get things done. Libras, and I know this because I am a Libra, Libras are always a little wishy-washy. We like to make everybody happy. We want to make sure that everything is fair, and we have a hard time making decisions. So this is telling me that, especially because he's a Libra, this is saying to me that you are probably going to have to be making sure to direct things. Yeah, because if not, it's going to be super frustrating. It's going to be that 9 of Swords moment where you're like, oh, and feeling upset. And, I don't want to have to tell him what to do all the time. Why can't he just do it on his own? That kind of a thing. So let's see. Now here, we've got James, our Sagittarius. We start off with the 9 of Cups. This is looking good. Guess what this is about? Satisfaction in relationships. Woo-hoo. So satisfaction in relationships with James, that's looking pretty good so far. We've got our Queen of Wands next. Queen of Wands is the one who we all want to be. Queen of Wands has their shit together. She knows what's up. She is so smart. She is charming. She is successful. Everybody loves her. She's it, man. We all should want to be the Queen of Wands. This is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is telling me that, with James, there might be times where you're feeling like James is kind of shutting you out, perhaps not being forthcoming with his time or, things like that. Maybe he's at work a lot. It's Pentacles, so that's the suit of everyday life. So being shut out, I don't necessarily think it's emotional. That would be Cups. But I feel like, you're going to maybe have to feel like, hey, man, I'm the Queen of Wands. Why are you not telling me about work? Or why are you not sharing this information about, our taxes? Or, I don't know. I'm making it up. But, yeah. So it's looking like James right now. Let's do a couple throwdowns because you did donate for 2. I want to make sure that this is 2 questions. I think we did see who we think is best. And I think we saw a little bit of why and what to kind of look forward to. So give me, now I don't know, you must be dating these 2 people or interested in these 2 people. Not sure what level you're at either one. But yeah, again, I'm hands down, I'm saying James. So what can we do to get more? Should Crystal be with Christopher? 8 of Cups, sorry. You know what this means? Walk away. Walk away. Walk away from the cups. The cups are love and emotion. That says walk away. All right, one more. We want to know, is James the right husband for Crystal? Should Crystal stay with James? Should Crystal be with James? Oh, honey, James, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is all about emotional well-being, stability of the home, having good times, building a family. Cups, love and emotion. Very clearly, Crystal, it is telling me, James, very clearly. And actually with Christopher, it is saying, go, walk away. So yeah, I'm not sure if which of you are which of these, I mean, you are hoping for. I am seeing, okay, you're laughing there. Okay, good. I was just trying to see if you said anything. Oh, here, yes. I think I'm delayed. Oh, and I got an UGG. So I don't know if James is the one you wanted it to be, but James is definitely coming out strong in this reading. Definitely. So yeah. Ooh, that was a good one. I like how we did it too. We got a lot more information out of both. I think that was a great way to do it. Yeah, Zara, this is the Light Seers Tarot. Light Seers. Cool looking backs. I forget who did it. Let me see. Do I have the box here? I do. I do. Yay, me. Oh, no, that's not it. Well, never mind. I thought I had it right here, but I don't. But anyway, it's called the Light Seers Tarot. I thought I had the box right there, but I don't. I do not. Okay, let me just stack these up. All righty, got those organized. All right. So, where are we? We are on Gina Lee. I don't know why I say your name like that, Gina Lee. I don't know why. Just do. Oh, Gina, let's find out what your question is. Oh, and we have beautiful Aries as well. Thank you so much, guys. Gina Lee and beautiful Aries. All right. Yeah, seriously, Gina Lee. I don't even know why I say your name like that. Every time. Gina Lee. No, not yet, Gina. I'm looking. Oh, it's up there. Okay, let me see it. Let me look. Hold on. I didn't really look yet because, oh, here we go. Got it. Ooh, okay. What does everyone think about my new Instagram picture and being back? Let's find out. All right. Whoops, I got the wrong thing here. I want to use Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Let's find out what does everyone think about my new Instagram picture and being back. Again, I'm going to sing it. Back for more. I don't remember who sings that song. I got to look now. It's going to drive me insane. Hold on. You guys are like, you're old. I don't care. Back for more song. I'm going to write. I don't know who sings it. Oh, it's a song, a new song by Five Finger Death Punch. It's Rat. The one I'm thinking of is from Rat. Anybody remember Rat? And I'm an 80s girl, so yeah. So it was going to bug me. I had to look it up. So the one I'm singing in my head is the Rat song, Back for More. It looks like Five Finger Death Punch has one too, but all right. Gina's probably like, who cares about this song and do my reading? No, Gina wouldn't say that. You're very welcome, Crystal. Oh, good. Gina's not offended when I sing your name. Good. I don't even know why, but every time I say Gina Lee, it just sounds like that's how to say it. All right. What does everyone think about Gina Lee's new Instagram picture and being back? Okay. Gina's back. I like it. Okay. All right, so we've got our energy. The energy is the Judgment card. This is about being reborn. This is about Wow, look at that. It's like, it's a new Instagram and I'm going and feeling reborn. Everybody's liking it. We got to see what these say, but that's what I'm thinking. Looking mighty good. Looking mighty good. Okay, so it's looking good. Now, again, this is our energy for the entire spread. So we've got 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is kind of about feeling like you're putting your own limitations on yourself. So that tells me if there was something that you were kind of holding back from posting or a little concerned about, go ahead and post it. As far as your picture, it's great. Everybody, this is all in your head about that because, this is showing that you're overthinking. It's totally self-imposed, no basis in reality. And that rebirth, that's about saying the Instagram is back. The picture is good. So I think that, yes, the people, first of all, this is huge. The energy card, they definitely are glad you're back. People are glad you're back. And the new Instagram picture, I think, is feeling fine or looking good. And I think you're just, maybe doing that in your head because you're worried about it. You want it to look good. That kind of a thing. Here we have the 10 of Wands, and guess what this is meaning? This is about having the burden of success. The burden of success. The bigger you get, the more followers you get. If you start getting sponsors, whatever's going, you obviously have had some success. Part of that burden, I know, is Emily and Quinn being jealous. That's part of the burden of success, But I'm thinking, again, some of these things that you're worried about, you're really worrying about them for no reason. We've got this rebirth card on there that really clarifies that. Here's the burden of success. But that's part of the deal. It's okay. It's still bringing you up. You're still feeling good. And then here, this is our 5 of Cups. This is about looking at what's not going right instead of looking at what is going right. What is going right is you do have people looking. You do have people interested. You do have people that are happy that you are back. So this is looking, again, you're focusing on these things and we are our own worst critics, aren't we? We'll look at our picture, say, and be like, oh, I hate that picture. Or, oh, my hair looks terrible. Or, oh, I wish I didn't wear that outfit, And then somebody else looks at it and they're like, oh, you're gorgeous, or something like that. We are our own worst enemies. So, no need. And that's where I'm rambling to is that's where I got that. Here we have our Judgment card, that resurrection, that feeling reborn, that new chance, that new opportunity is telling us that you need to focus more on what you do have instead of what you don't have. Do not look at the spilled cups. Say, you know what? I see you. I recognize you. Thank you if you taught me a lesson, but otherwise get out. Get out, spilled cups. So don't worry about other people being jealous. Don't worry about any of that anymore. The new Instagram is a hit. And I think your picture is as well. I think that you are overthinking and you need to focus on what is working. Don't let what isn't working bog you down. Don't let it bring you down. Look at what is, oh, I'm sad because it's not working. When you got other stuff that is working. See? Yeah. Ooh, Gina, I like it. I like it. All right. Beautiful Aries. How are you? Thank you so much. Oh, good, Gina. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. Beautiful Aries. Ooh, did you see how cool that looks? Oh, uh-oh. Seriously? The sun is different again? I have a sheet on my window now. I don't know what to do. It looks cool. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes in, or at least I don't know if you guys remember, like a week ago maybe, the sun, it was just coming in and blinding on the cards. It was terrible. So I put this sheet up. Very attractive, let me tell you. No. Anyway, but that looks good. Okay, back to this. Beautiful Aries. May I have a love reading for me and my boyfriend G for the month of November? Yes, you can. we are going to use the Arcanum Tarot. Okay, the Arcanum Tarot. Okay, we need love for beautiful Aries and her boyfriend. We need a love prediction. We need to know what's going on in November. All right. So, November. What is going on for beautiful Aries and her boyfriend? Okay. Ooh, 3 of Wands. That's nice. 3 of Wands is all about starting a journey together. It's all about looking out and kind of trying to just plan and decide, like, you know what, where are we going to take this? What are we going to do next? You know, and that could be, what are we going to do in our relationship? But it also could be like, you know, physically, what are we going to do? Are we going to buy a house? What are we going to do? I don't know where you are right now in the relationship, but definitely something is moving forward and you're planning it together. So that's awesome. Okay. Okay. Has something been going on lately? Something that is kind of leaving you feeling like, what is up? What is going on? Maybe some kind of confusion, maybe some, I don't know, uncertainty about maybe where your relationship is going, things like that. We've got our death card, and the death card means something ending and something new beginning. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a problem with your relationship. I'm not trying to say that, but something has ended, is going to end. I mean, I don't know, you know, again, you might, you were subscribed. Oh, here. Yes, you don't know what's going on. There you go. Well, something is end. It'll end. It's going to end. The journey going to start off. So remember, this is what clarifies all of these cards. So the death card, something's going to end and a new chapter starts. So this here, 3 of Wands, says once that new chapter starts, now the two of you kind of have a new perspective to try to decide what to do next. Here we have our Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is always about important change, action. You know, they're always pretty quick running. This is somebody, though, who is feeling a little bit disorganized, feeling like I'm just don't know how this is going to work out. I do see here with the 2 of Pentacles, that's kind of saying the same thing. I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm balancing 2 things. This is telling me it is about money, health, wealth, you know, your home type of thing, something to do with everyday life. I don't know, maybe to jobs, to, I don't know, getting 2 places to live, maybe juggling money and those kinds of things. That's all going to bed. Everything is going bye-bye. So we are not going to be stuck worrying about how to keep things moving forward. It will, you know, balancing something, the balance is there, but what is not there is kind of like the ultimate long-term goal together. I do think that this partly says that's where you're going to be starting now. You're going to start to be talking about the long-term future. We're balancing 2 things. Again, it's either something about money or jobs or perhaps your home, locations, like places to live. And that is going to be something to do with this. That is our change. Something is coming, something is changing. And again, it has something to do with starting out a new kind of clean slate journey. Like, where do we go from this point? You know? So, let me see. He has financial problems. See, there we go. Financial problems might be, you know, in there. Ooh, your long distance. There it is. That's the money and and where you live. You're balancing it though. It's being balanced. Look at her. Look at her. She's balanced. She's on one foot doing like the crow pose or whatever. And she's got her pentacles are moving. She's happy, even like, yeah, we're doing it. But she's trying to decide between these two things. Definitely. You're getting a new job and trying to talk him into moving to your city. Something is changing. Okay. So this is what it's saying. You need, when you said you're trying to convince him to move, you need to make sure that you have all those answers to questions that he might have or objections. Plan ahead, like you're planning for a meeting at work. I mean, seriously. Say, okay, well, he might ask about where he'll get a job. And I looked up on Indeed that there are lots of jobs available for this field that he's in, or, whatever. So like anticipate, that's what our Knight of Swords is saying. Anticipate the questions or the objections that might come up and have some information. I mean, I don't mean like be annoying and be like, well, let me pull out my binder and tell you what that's about. I don't mean that. But, do some of your own homework so that way you can address those things. I think this is something that will be coming together because, again, we have our big change. The big change applies to that as well. The big change is being overseen by this. The big change means starting out a new journey. And this is our advice. Be planning. I mean, know what to say, not just that I want you to move here. Or you could move here on this day, have that more deeper information, the plan. Head off any of those objections. Ooh, beautiful Aries. That totally makes sense. Woo. All right. Well, good luck. And I did ask in November. So, the cards should be telling us about November. So, yeah, trying to get a hold of everything else. Agreed. Yes, that's it. All right, good. Thank you, beautiful Aries. Says I'm so on point. Love it. All right. So we've also, thank you, Kiss JG. Yes, but not in an annoying way. And you know what to do. You know him. You know what kind of things he would maybe want to know to make a decision. Have done all that homework for him. And if it doesn't come up in the certain way that you expect, then don't be like dumping it all on him. Like, here's my binder. I made a PowerPoint presentation for you. That's not going to work. Oh, my friend. Thank you so much. All righty. We have Shay Queen. How are you, Shay Queen? All right. Let me go here and write your name down. I always like to try to stay organized, and I'm so grateful that I have my my moderators. Kiss JG, you're doing such an awesome job. I don't know if anybody else is still here today, but you guys, all you moderators, are so helpful. I do think I like that blue crew from Night Reader Tarot said it. I think that's probably cute, huh? All right, so we've got Shay Queen and Shan Monet. Thank you so much. You're telling me about 2 questions just donated. Okay, I will get to that. I'll check that one next. Shay Queen, you're up first, though, and then we'll get to you, Shan Monet. Okay. We got lots of Libras today. Lots of Libra action going on. All right. Will the Libra ask to hang out on Friday after I drop off the baby? Ooh, okay. So let's see. We want to see about hanging out. We're going to use the Tarot in Wonderland. Tarot in Wonderland. All right. Friday, is the Libra going to want to hang out after you drop off the baby? Are you going to want to hang out? Libra, want to hang out with Shay Queen. Okay. All right. So there's our energy. We are wanting to know about the Libra hanging out after dropping off the baby. So, see what we've got. This is our general energy. Our general energy is 7 of Wands. This is somebody about kind of standing their ground on their ideas. Somebody who has a thought or an idea that they're kind of sharing with somebody and kind of having to try to stand firm. I want to see what these say before I call it. But what the first thing I'm thinking about is kind of, having the idea like, let's get together, and having the other one maybe wanting to do something different or a different time, or, I feel like it's just somebody maybe kind of changing the plan, but let's see what we've got. Okay, so, well, the Libra asked to hang out. All right, so our Hierophant here in the middle. The Hierophant is all about kind of keeping everybody happy, keeping everybody in peace, But it's also kind of about, somebody who gives advice, things like that. We've got our Queen of Cups right next to that, and notice she's kind of looking right in and not wanting, this girl here is not wanting to take this cup from her, not wanting to take that advice, from her. Her advice, what is that? It's about, there are going to be some emotions involved here, and you need to not let yourself get emotional. There is something that's coming, whether or not it's something you need to stand your ground on, but it's something that you might have a few emotions about. Now, emotions doesn't have to be like crying and, under the bed and all these things. Emotions can be, concern, or it can be irritation. It can be, there's so many emotions. Guilt, those kinds of things. So it doesn't just have to be sad or crying, But anyway, it's saying, what the advice here is, don't be emotional about it. I think this applying to all of these is saying that somebody has a different idea of what to do or what you are going to want to do. The High Priestess is kind of going on intuition, trying to feel her way and figure out what to do, not really knowing what to do to move forward. Again, our Hierophant, and this one's looking right over here. Well, she's kind of looking at the cat, but looking right over here. So, in terms of this not knowing, I'll tell you what I think. I have a wondering if the Libra is going to want to hang out, but it's not going to be what you thought it was going to be or what you wanted it to be. The first thing that comes to mind is, instead of a date and a hang, it's going to be one of the hangouts, like, let's come over and Netflix and chill. And then you're going to be like, no, I wanted it to be more of a traditional date. I wanted it to be, I want to actually have a date. I don't just want to go to bed, I just, that's what I'm really getting from that. So that implies to me that it's a yes, but it might not be the way you want it to be. Let's do an end game for you though, Shay Queen, because I want to get a real more of a confirmation on that. Am I right about that? First of all, will the Libra want to hang out Friday? Queen of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords is somebody who would more than likely be somebody who's kind of strict, kind of, really rigid. And this is somebody who is typically alone. She's not somebody who's typically with somebody, meaning a partner. So let's see. So that's saying no. So I'm off if that's correct. So the answer is no, Tarot. Is the answer no? Because another thing this can mean is that you're going to have to really say what you mean, like, hey man, I want to hang out. I don't just want to, have you in my pants. I want, that would be telling it like it is. So let's confirm. I need another clarifier on there. Is this about being alone, or is this about telling it like it is? Is this about being alone? No, it's actually about being with somebody. Okay, it's not about being alone. So that means that you're going to be asked to have to say something like, again, maybe that's fun for you. Maybe that's what you do want. But, if not, this is, you're going to have to get in there and be like, you know what? This is that. Take that emotion out of it. Be the Queen of Swords. Tell them what you want to say. Protecting yourself and your position, unless you want a Netflix and chill moment, So let's see. Is it going to be a Netflix and chill moment? Is this a hangout? Yeah. Yes. We got the Empress. This is all about fertility. This is about success. Somebody wants you. Somebody wants you, Shea Queen. So I have a feeling, just to kind of sum it up, what I'm getting from these cards is that, yes, I think you will be asked to get together. However, I don't think it's going to be the way you think it's going to be. I have a feeling it's more for like a hookup, kind of thing. And that's probably not what you're asking for. But maybe it is. If it is, then yay. But if not, you have to get, to take the emotion out, and you have to be able to just tell it like it is. Be the boss. No, I don't want that. No, you got to commit to me first. Kind of old-fashioned stuff like that. All right. Thank you so much. I hope that goes well, Shea Queen. All righty. So now we've got Shan Monet. Shan Monet. All right. Let me just get your Shan Monet, and then you're welcome, Shea Queen. Good luck. And then it looks like we also have Kitty Wilson. Thank you so much. Let's see. Shan Monet, I think, did you donate for 2? Let me see what I've got here. There we go. Shan Monet, let's see. I think you did. Yes, you did. Shan Monet has 2, correct? Yeah. And then we've got, I did, Shan Monet, yay, number 1. Oh, Shan Monet, you're up first. I think you've got 2 questions, so let me just get that first one up there. And SMJ, you're also telling me that you donated for 2. Okay, so we've got SMJ, and then, so first we have Shan Monet, then we have Kitty, and then it's SMJ. Okay. Oh, and SMJ also did 2. Oh, okay. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. 2 for 2 for tarot. Wow. Too many T's. All right. Shan Monet, thank you so much for your donation. All right. What are SB's feelings for me? Do you think he's losing feelings? Let's find out. I'm going to use the Zombie Tarot. Zombie Tarot is going to tell us, what are SB's feelings for Shan Monet? Shan Monet, what are SB's feelings for Shan Monet? Losing feelings? Are they still strong? What is the deal? Okay. There's our energy. And this is our spread. Okay. Okay, so our energy is King of Swords energy. This is about somebody being kind of emotionally detached. I'm putting 2 and 2 together, and I'm wondering if you're asking the question about what are the feelings because he's kind of been emotionally detached lately. That's what that makes me think of. But regardless, that is what the King of Swords is about. It's somebody who's a little bit emotionally detached, but it is somebody who has a leadership kind of role, is definitely a leader. This is somebody who really has no nonsense. A lot of times somebody in the military or law enforcement. Again, if I'm not saying SB is necessarily in that area of work, but you can imagine the type of personality who would be more drawn to that field. So that's who our King of Swords is. So let's find out why and what is going on with that. Okay. So we've got some big change coming up. We've got some big change. Okay. We've got our 3 of hazards. This is our 3 of pentacles. And this is about success over past work, based on past work. So being in a relationship, past work, I mean, that part of your relationship that you've been building up to this point, that's the past work. So I still think that, you do have a strong bond because of that. The Knight of Wands is also telling me that this is somebody who is very much an energetic and has passion and, really wants to get things done. So it's very much an outgoing, adventurous type of energy. We have this big change coming right here. The big change, I do think, you know what? He's been emotionally detached. You're asking, is he losing feelings? You know what? Based on your past work and seeing that we do have a change right here, I think that he will snap out of it. I think there's going to be a snap out of it moment. Because, you know, the Tower tells me that there's a change of consequence coming. I want to get some clarifiers just to make sure that I'm right, but basing it off of these two cards in particular, you know, that's somebody, again, who has been basing their new success based off of past work. So, you know, that sounds to me like having your feelings. But we're going to do an end game, a card or two, just to make sure I'm right. So the big change, is this showing us that SB is going to start showing feelings or have feelings? The Empress, yes. Ooh, the tarot is so awesome. Okay, the Tower is the change. Here we have the desire to, you know, that we're together. Feelings are good. Here's the emotionally detached thing, overshadowing it, losing his feelings, it feels like, right? Well, here's the change coming, and that's what I said. It looks like it's going to change. Well, when I ask specifically, is this going to change? We got the Empress, and the Empress is all about growing things, growing a relationship, moving to the next level. This is changing. I do not think he lost feelings. I think he is being a little bit emotionally detached for whatever reason. I'm sure maybe you know. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything about anything that would, you know, lead me to that. The only thing I am seeing, though, is that it is going to change. It is going to change. Now, my mini spread is the nearer future. So, you know, as opposed to longer, farther future. So, you know, that looks like in the nearer future, you will be able to see that this is lightening up, and you will start, you know, getting back to seeing those feelings again. So, yeah. One other thing, just to caution you as potential outcome, the Empress is also a card that stands for pregnancy. Now, I don't know if that's on the horizon for you. And if it's not, well, then maybe you want to take a, you know, makeup sex, right? Makeup sex could be, you know, giving you a little more than you bargained for. All right, Shan Monet. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. That was your first question. So let's see. SMJ. Oh, Crystal, you donated again. Thank you so much. All right. So you're not looking for a baby. See, it doesn't have to be a baby. Every time someone sees the Empress, they're like, wow, it's a baby. It's usually, it's not, it can be, yeah. But it's also about growing something. And literally what I thought before I said that was growing the relationship, nurturing that relationship, bringing that relationship back to where it needs to be. So that was my first impression. But I had to throw in the pregnancy. You never know. All right. Thank you so much, Kiss JG. You are the best. Will you see each other soon romantically? Let's find out. So where did it go? Nope, I don't want to use that. Ooh, let's use secret tarots because it's a secret. Will we get closer? Oops. So will you get closer after the next 7 days? Okay. So that's, okay, since you put that one on second, I think that's more the clarification there. You'll keep that question. Wait, what? Hey, Jazzy J, thank you so much for your subscription. I almost said prescription, like you gave me my prescription. Thank you for your subscription. I'm so glad you found the channel. Okay, so we're good. Chamonix is saying this is the good question. Okay, So we need to know, whoa, are you going to get closer after the next 7 days? Closer after the next 7 days for Shan Monet. Okay. Hey, what happened to our cool light that was there from the sun? It moved already. Well, plus there's no leaves on the tree outside. Well, not many. So it's like coming through a lot stronger. Yeah, I feel like I have this ugly sheet on my window because I need a little studio. All right. Are you going to get closer in the next few 7 days? All right. We've got our Four of Pentacles. This is about kind of holding on tightly to what you have, kind of about holding back. So we got to see what these are, but my initial impression is that this 7 days, it might not be, moving forward very quickly. But let's find out what we've got. What else do we have? So this is boy, I can't even put them out today. So this is again about holding tightly. We've got our Six of Cups. Now, were you guys together at some point? I don't know what you had said. I don't remember. But anyway, the Six of Cups, that's about talking about enjoying the moment. It's about living in the moment and, actually being present in the moment. That's exactly what it's saying. So being present in the moment, because it is partnered, with our Four of Pentacles, it's about, holding those interactions tight. Now, does that mean you're going to be having some kind of interaction? I think it does. And the reason I do is because we have the Star. The Star card is about being recognized by somebody. Being recognized by somebody, that's like literally, saying, hey, I see you. Hopefully you'll put some clothes on and not be sitting there on a cliff by a stream. But yeah, that's about, saying, I recognize you, enjoying the moment. So I think what this is saying is, getting closer is a perfect way to put it. Getting closer. Because I don't think you're going to have like some huge declaration of feelings or just like overwhelmment. This here, the Justice card, is saying that it will be very balanced. It will be balanced. It will be equal. You've been friends for a year. Okay. So somebody's holding it back. It makes sense that you're friends for a year because while this does mean enjoy the moment, like I said, it also is about nostalgia. So looking back on the past, enjoying it, so this would make sense. But you are seen, you are being recognized. We do have that fairness going on, that balance in your relationship. But holding it tight means, you know what? I think you might have some conversation, but don't be thinking, I think that it would be some kind of like bowl me over with, wow, I can't believe you felt this way. It's like, I feel like you're going to get little bits and pieces, but you've got this Star of recognition. It's also the Star of hope. So hope is important to have as well. Yeah. And now that you told me you've been friends, that totally even makes that even stronger there. 2 reasons to have that. Enjoy the pleasures, the simple pleasures. Enjoy the little pieces you do get. Just because he's not going to make some, huge declaration of love doesn't mean the little pieces aren't good, Yeah. Thanks, Shan Monet. I hope that helped. All righty, Kitty. How are you? Let's get to your question. You are so welcome, Shan Monet. Thank you. All right. So where are we? We are on Kitty Wilson. Now let me scroll up. Oh, here we are. Thank you so much, Kitty. What's in the near future for me and my partner, CE? So let's find out. Near future reading. So let's use the Crow Tarot. I think we should. I think the Crow Tarot wants to come out and say hello. Okay. Near future for you and your partner, CE and Kitty. Don't forget, guys, when you donate, please write donated. And Sarah just did it exactly like I was just about to say. It helps me out and it helps Kiss JG out. She tries to keep it organized, and sometimes if you don't write it, we never want to miss one, obviously. So I do get notifications about it, but sometimes they're delayed or whatever. So please make sure you write donated and your question, and that helps Kiss JG and myself so much. All right. Yeah, and Sarah, thank you. You did exactly like I asked before I even asked. You read my mind, Sarah. All right, Kitty. Near future for you and your partner, CE. Ooh. Sorry, I got wild shuffle hands going. Let's move this way. There we go. CE and Kitty. Kitty and CE for the near future. Okay. Okay, here is our energy. And this is our spread. Okay. The world. That's awesome. The world. This is all about kind of like meeting the end of the journey and having accomplished things. It's a great card. Obviously, what could be better than the world? Nothing, right? So this is all about having it all, kind of getting to the end of a journey. This is also like feeling that accomplishment, like based on your work, based on your experience, feeling like, okay, I got here, I deserve this. You know what I mean? So that looks very awesome. So the world is all about, a lesson learned, too. It's like learning lessons over time by working through things. Okay, so now did something go? Now forgive me. I know I've read for you and we've talked about these people, but forgive me, I don't remember. A lot of times with the readings, because I'm doing so many in a row, it's very hard for me to remember stuff sometimes. But it's kind of a good thing because then I have a clean slate. When I'm doing a reading, I'm pretty much, it's a blank slate because because it is. So please forgive me. Was there some kind of deception going on with your partner, CE? Was there some kind of secret, or I'm not getting a huge like cheating vibe or anything like that, so don't worry. But the reason I'm asking is we've got the moon. The moon card is it's about deception and secrets and things. And then on the other side of that, we have justice, which is about, obviously the name implies justice. It's about fairness. It's about doing what's right, that kind of a thing. So, and the knight being in the middle here, the midnight is saying like from that deception time, here we have working to make it better, working to get back to that space. The Knight of Pentacles, all of the knights are usually moving really quickly, but the Pentacles are always kind of working a little more slowly, and that's purposeful. They're like the plow horses. They dig their feet into the ground and pull and pull and move because they're strong. They're making plans. They really want to move forward. So to me, what this is saying is kind of about lesson learned, and the moon is about the secrets, and then moving forward, from that secret, because you know what? It's probably not that big a deal. It's just something you maybe didn't realize. And then you've got moving forward, into the justice. So justice, again, was where things get back to normal. So I don't think there is anything huge happening. I don't think it's an awful thing. But I do think, the world, again, it's having it all. So coming from a position of strength, like the world, is great. But remember what the world also means. It's kind of about learning a lesson, something, growing from something that you've learned. So you might be discovering something. And again, I don't think it's dastardly, like I have a secret family that you don't know about, or I'm really a serial killer, nothing like that. I don't think it's dastardly. In fact, I think it's pretty vanilla, but I don't think it's anything horrible. And I do see it resolving right away. I don't think it's an issue. But I do think that's probably what's coming up. So you might have a conversation about something or discover something. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Does that make sense to you? You know your life. You might know, like, yeah, I know exactly what that is. If not, then perhaps just have your guard up. The moon talks about intuition. So keep your intuition going. Listen to that intuition, kitty. All right. Good luck. All righty. SMJ, how are you? All right. I'm gonna close the donation list right now. It is 2:30, and I do have quite a few left to do. So no new donations at this time. I am going to finish up. I have, let me just tell you, and then we're going to wrap it up. So no more donation questions. I'm going to wrap it up. We have SMJ for 2 questions. We have Crystal for 2 questions. And then we have Sarah. And then we have Coco Chanel. Right? All right. That being said, I have 2, 4, 5, 6. So we still have 6 readings to do. I try to wrap it up all together by 3 because it's a little much to do tarot for more than 3 hours. I get a little tired. So we're going to just call it right now. So right now, both lists are closed. If you have donated, of course, I'm going to get to your questions still. So lists are closed. And we've got SMJ up first. Okay, there it is. I see it. All right, SMJ. Will V call me back this week to hang out? Woo, okay. Well, what's going on, V? We're going to use the Druidcraft Tarot. Find out. V, are you going to call back to hang out? Whoa, what did I do here? Oh, nothing. I thought I flipped a few upside down. Okay. Or backwards, I mean. All right, so will V call SMJ back this week to hang out? Will V be calling to hang out? All right, let's go. Okay. Now, guys, I've said several times, and I know Kiss JG is as well, but if you're wondering, like where you are, because we do have 6 coming up, and of course, I'm going to do all donations that have donated right now. But if you're wondering, where we are in the lineup, Kiss JG is doing an awesome job of keeping it organized, okay? So SMJ, let's find out what the energy is. Are you going to get a call? Well, we've got the devil. We've got the devil. There's some temptation going on. Ooh, what's going on with V, SMJ? Let's find out. Let's see what these are. We've got some temptation going on. All right. So, all right. So what's going on? All right. Is V going to call you back this week to hang out? I am going to say it does not look like it. We have a devil energy for the whole spread. The devil, again, is about temptation. It's about kind of getting distracted with that new shiny object, Ooh, but I am seeing this. What? SMJ, you're looking for the big SEX. Wow. Well, then now that you said that, let's just say this. This is looking like, well, let's just call it, this is the sex card, right? All right. So you're wanting, you're wanting to hang out this week. You're wanting to see what's going to happen. Devil card is probably representative of V, V being the temptation for you. Obviously, I mean, look we got naked people even. So it's like, oh, that's a great idea. So you're liking that. See here, we've got our Two of Swords. And remember, here's our sexual energy with the V. So here's our energy with V, but we've got our Two of Swords. And this is kind of like being stuck between kind of being caught in the middle. This is about kind of not wanting to see things because you don't want to have to decide something. The Suit of Swords is all about communication. So, you obviously have to get a contact to discuss it, to say, you're wanting a call back, right? So something else is pulling at V. But because this is our theme for the entire spread, like imagine this is like a rainbow going over it, like, oh, it's covering the entire spread. So sexy man V or girl V is, is the theme. You're wanting this person. This is going to be fun. There's a sexual tension going on, but there is something kind of holding V back. Now, whether it is some kind of, I don't think it's a person. I'm not really seeing that. I see more, it's like communication in some way. Here with our Ten of Swords, this is about feeling kind of depleted. This is about, being kind of bombarded with thoughts. Do you know, maybe is something going on with V? Maybe V is having to deal with some things. Again, it's probably more in the realm of thoughts and ideas and that kind of a thing. I don't think it's two people. I really don't think it's because V is busy with two people. Here with our Four of Cups, I'm thinking that, well, first of all, Four of Cups, what that means is this is somebody who's kind of bored, and not knowing what to do about, not really wanting to change the situation. So something is happening right now this week. That's probably why you have not gotten a call back to hang out. Something is happening, in V's world right now. I don't think it has anything to do with you or another person. Then here with the Four of Cups, this is somebody, he's been dealing with all these things. He's tired of dealing with all these things. He's ready to do something else. What is he going to do? Well, he's looking at all these cups and they're empty. Hey man, I got all these swords in my back and now I got empty cups. Boy, this sucks. What does he have back there? He's got his other cup there, a little cup hiding in the tree. What does that sound like? Paired with our Devil card, that means there is some fun and release hiding in the background. So I think whatever this is what's causing V not to call you back right now. Don't think it has anything to do with you. I think it will resolve itself. And again, I'm not sure how or why or what it is, but I do think V will resolve it at some point. And then I think V is going to be ready and hot to meet you, because I think, V is wanting to meet you because it's been a bad week. Definitely. Woo. All right. That was very good. Very, very good. Let me go to the bottom. I don't even know if you're maybe saying anything. Kitty. Great, Kitty. Well, not great, but I'm glad it was correct. Kitty said I was correct about the deception and that they're trying to work on it. Well, I hope you do well. I mean, I'm always sending you guys good vibes, but when you have very specific things, I send you a little bit of I put a bubble on people. It's like a bubble and it has like magic dust in it. All right. So, I'm back to this. I'm confusing myself. All right. What are Brandon's feelings and intentions toward me? Is this looking like a casual or a serious relationship? Okay. Well, let's find out. Casual or serious? We're going to use if I can find it. Oh, here it is. We're going to use the Deviant Moon, and we're going to find out what's going on. What are Brandon's feelings and intentions toward SMJ? SMJ, is this a casual thing or a serious thing? Casual or serious? Let's find out with the Deviant Moon. Such a cool deck. Such a cool artwork, and I like it. All right, so, ooh, Chariot. Chariot is all about things moving forward. The Chariot is typically, moving pretty quickly. It's kind of about progress and travel. But this Chariot is moving a little slower. So this is telling me that there has been some slow progress, slow development kind of thing, right? So let's find out what this is, and we'll see about whether or not we've got some sexy cards in here, right? Okay, what are the intentions or feelings? All right, so there is slow movement going forward. I don't have any cups. In fact, I have two majors, which is like, whoa. And then I've got two pentacles. Pentacles is about everyday life. So let's see how it all pulls in. So things are moving a little slowly, but very solidly. Whether that is going to friend or relationship, we need to still see. The Hierophant, this is about kind of things being very traditional. This is kind of about somebody who oftentimes it's showing like a religious figure, and the people all coming and him saying, yes, my children, everything is great. So it's about making people feel good, making everybody not worry, things like that. Our King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, this is somebody who is very much a successful person, somebody who has a real business aptitude. Of course, it's Pentacles, so of course that makes sense. Money, a house, home, all that stuff. But the great thing about our King of Pentacles is he's a real good promoter. He likes to talk about people when they're doing great things. He wants to suggest people for things, things like that. This is our Eight of Pentacles. So again, we've got Pentacles going on. Pentacles, this 8 is telling me that this is somebody who's working really, really, really hard. This is somebody who's paying attention to the details, really focused. So working. There's tons of work. This is somebody who likes a very traditional kind of life, and that the relationship, and again, I asked about the feelings of Brandon for you. So it's moving. It's just kind of moving slow and steady. It's slow and steady. And it is kind of a more traditional type of relationship it looks like you'll probably have as it moves forward. But I see there's a lot of work going on right now. I'm wondering if Brandon is distracted by work or just very busy working. Or, I don't know, did you guys have a lot of work to do together? I don't know. Let's do a throwdown. All right. Sorry, I have to sneeze, but it won't come out. Whew. All right. So we need to know, is Brandon thinking a casual? Is Brandon thinking that this is casual with SMJ? What do we get? We got the 10 of Wands. Okay, now let's see. Does Brandon think it's serious? Does Brandon think it's serious with SMJ? Magician, he does. Oh, you're going to create something. The Magician. The Magician is the granddaddy of manifestors. He's the one who creates things. He has all the suits. In fact, in this particular deck, look at what he's sticking his finger in. He's putting his finger in that cup. What are cups? Cups is love and emotion. He's going to create a new love right there. He is very burdened down with lots of things right now. Look at this guy. This guy's got all these wands. He's walking. He's doing it. It's not going to break him, but he's super busy, super full doing of things and thoughts and stuff that's going on. But here we go. I asked specifically if it's serious, and then the Magician came out. So creating that serious relationship is absolutely positive or possible and looking like it's going to happen. Let me see what you've got here. Oh, I thought I saw you writing something. Well, maybe not, but that's okay. Oh, Brandon does work a lot. That's what you're saying. Yes, yes. Whoa. So I think it's going toward the serious, but it is going on a slower, steady, secure, stable path, and I see a lot of work in there. That's what's keeping it busy and stuff like that. But I do think you can create this relationship together. So it looks like you're going to be enjoying a serious relationship together. Thanks for your donations, honey. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Crystal, thank you so much. All right, which one who will protect and provide and bring me a happy home? James or Libra? Ooh, okay. So we are going to see what's going on with James and Libra. Or Christopher. James and Christopher. Ooh, we're going to use Edgar Allan Poe. You're welcome, SMJ. All right. Which one? We're looking at James and Christopher. We got a Sagittarius and a Libra. We want to know who is going to provide the happy home, the protection and the happy home. Which of the two is going to be the most suited to provide a happy home? All right, let us see what we've got. Edgar Allan Poe Tarot is going to help us see what's going on. Okay. Edgar Allan Poe. All right, so Ace of Swords. Oh, wait, shit. I did not mean to do it that way. Darn it. And I was going to get excited about the Ace of Swords because that's about new communication and new truth, just so you know. But that is not how I wanted to lay it out because we're doing two people. I wanted to do two columns. So let me select a different deck and start over. I'm so sorry. Habitually, I just kind of do it that way. We're going to use the Wizard's Tarot instead. So I'm sorry. I got to start over, but got to do it the right way, right? Okay, so who's going to protect and provide Crystal with a happy home? Is this James, the Sagittarius, or Christopher, the Libra? Who's going to be best suited to protect and provide happy, secure home? Okay, so we're going to do it this way. James, Christopher. You want to clarify each. And then we'll see if we need any throwdown end games or anything like that. And we will do that next. Okay, so we've got James and Christopher, and we're wanting to know who's going to be the one to protect and provide that happy home. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So that is James, and this is Christopher. All right. Well, so far, we've got the Five of Wands. Oops. And we've got the Five of Wands clarified with the Ace of Swords, and then our Page of Cups with our Seven of Pentacles. All right, so what I'm seeing here now, remember James and Christopher. With James, it looks like, it would be a little bit of a lot of kind of finding your way in like a little bit of inexperience. Now, I don't know, maybe you own a house, maybe you already do, so it wouldn't be like a new experience for you. And being a relationship isn't necessarily a new experience for you. But I do think that a relationship with James, trying to get to that point where you've got that happy home, I feel like it's a little bit of an inexperienced person, James. But through communication and being honest and open with each other, it's very possible that you can get through that. But I feel like with James, there's just going to be a big learning curve. Does that make sense? It's not a bad thing to learn and to have to kind of figure out, it's that whole thing, like you got to learn by doing, kind of thing. Learn by trying, trial and error, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying the saying right, but You know, so that's okay. That's okay. That's not bad. Anyway, Page of Cups here. This one is for Christopher, the Libra. The Page of Cups, this is somebody who is sort of like an introvert, somebody who likes to keep things the way they are, doesn't like to change things. This is love, and emotion. So there's love there, but this is somebody who is not as engaged in the day-to-day happenings of the house, of the world, or whatever. It is clarified here. Clarified here by our Seven of Pentacles, and this is about kind of having patience or needing patience, because you know you're just trying to see where is this going to go, what's going to happen. I think that Christopher is going to be not following through on a lot of things, or slow starter kind of thing, which means that you're going to have that patience, and you're going to be concerned, is this even going to get done? I feel like it's going to be a bit of a struggle that in terms of that, not getting it done in the end or having the ultimate result be okay. But I feel like you're kind of going to be bumping heads a little bit, like, come on, get going, or okay, what's the next step? Or like you're going to have to be continuing to prod Christopher to get things going. Maybe that doesn't bother you. Maybe that's a pain in the ass. I don't know. But that's something like that. As far as James, again, I feel like this is a lot of growing pains happening, but I do think that through open communication and honesty and really working through it, I think that you'd be all right. We're going to do a throwdown just to clarify, to make sure I'm right on that. It looks like there'd be challenges with both, but you know, depending on what kind of challenges you are willing to put up with or that don't bother you, I guess that would, you know, be the difference. So let's see, give me one more sum up card, please. We need a sum up on James. Is he going to protect, provide, and bring a happy home? Three of Wands. All right, so wait a minute. First, we need to know, is Christopher going to protect, provide, and bring Crystal a happy home? Go. Nope. Okay. So I'm thinking it's James who would be the better candidate for the happy home. Now, I think that, you know, we got those other things that we talked about earlier. You know what? Just because somebody can bring that to you, if you've got other issues, that isn't going to be such a happy moment. The Three of Wands, the reason I settled on James is because, you know, we've got the Ace, of course, but also we've got our Three of Wands, which is about setting out on a journey. Whereas here on Christopher, I feel like this is perfectly fine. I don't think anything's wrong with it, but I do think it's going to be kind of annoying that you're going to have to kind of, you know, he's sort of going to be pulling back and stuff like that. And then here we have our High Priestess when I asked for confirmation, and it is talking about kind of just not knowing what's going on, you know, feeling a little bit, you know, in the dark, you know. Yeah. So interesting, because James, I don't think that was the one we got the earlier question, did we? It said Christopher. Well, you know what? Just because one is a happy provider, that doesn't mean that they are necessarily the best, you know, romantic partner. So, so that's the one where you're going to have to kind of sort that out and see, you know, what's what. I guess that didn't make sense. What's what? All right. Thank you so much, Crystal. All right, Sarah, how are you? And thank you. What are Paul's feelings about me? I'm trying to decide if I can trust him. Ooh, okay. Let's use Everyday Witch. Everyday Witch. What are Paul's feelings about Sarah? What are Paul's feelings about Sarah? Can Sarah trust Paul? Can Sarah trust Paul? Can Sarah trust Paul? All right. There's our energy. This is our spread, and we want to know, what are Paul's feelings about Sarah? Four of Pentacles. Interesting. The energy is about holding things close. I see that obviously I know you're asking the question, so you obviously are wondering about it. But are you feeling like he's kind of withholding things? I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious. I don't mean it to sound silly, but, it seems like he's just holding things back. Yeah, I mean, that clearly your question describes why this card came up. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what else to say about it. All right, can you trust him? All right, well, holding things back, that's the energy for our entire spread. Remember, that is what that is kind of influencing everything. We've got our Seven of Swords. This is about somebody, kind of like a loss of power. This is about theft. Not suggesting that necessarily Paul's going to steal something, maybe, I hope not, but this is typically the cheater card, typically the cheating card. The death card is all about the death of something and the beginning of something new. Yeah, something new is coming. And what new is coming? This Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is all about new information and new love. This is somebody who's kind of solitary. He's an artist and he's kind of to himself, very creative, really likes to enjoy the pleasures in life, takes it slow, that kind of a thing. I don't know Paul. Does Paul feel like somebody like that? An introvert, an artist type? I don't know if he's an artist per se, but that kind of person. Yeah, and the reason I ask is because this could either be somebody new coming in, or it could be Paul changing. That's what the death card is. Right now, I'll explain what I'm seeing. And if you could answer that, just so I can see which direction. If this is Paul, then it would change. But right now, what I'm seeing, holding things back, probably like emotions. This is often known as the cheating card, but it doesn't necessarily have to be cheating. But you can understand, like taking something from somebody. That could be taking somebody who's selfish in the relationship. Selfish card. Selfish in the relationship and kind of wanting to keep everything for themselves. That would change. That would change, though. The death card is saying that these things will go bye-bye. They're going bye-bye. If you're telling me that this sounds like Paul, this is somebody now who is going to take a step back. And the love is there, cups, and this is a new information. So it's a new start on something new. See, and that's why I wanted to know, because that would explain whether or not this was a death card, meaning bye-bye, Paul, hello, new person, or if this means bye-bye, old Paul, here comes new Paul, So, and you're the one who can determine that. But, my first instinct, whereas, obviously I don't know Paul, but my first instinct would have been that they're getting shaken. Something's going to get shaken up. And then here we got the change coming in. So I do think that, now that you're telling me that this sounds a little bit like Paul, there's something, your intuition is telling you something. That's why you're trying to decide if you can trust him. It might be something about somebody who withholds their emotions, somebody who is stingy with their time, stingy with their money, selfish with their emotions, kind of thing. Yeah. But I do see it's coming. And so, but I will say that's why you probably picked up on it. It's going to change. And then we're going to go back to being more of our introverted self. Yes, for sure. And this is love. So new opportunity to start growing things. You know what I mean? Woo. Well, that sounds good. Now watch out. Your intuition is good. You've got really strong intuition there, my dear. So, watch, pay attention, listen to that intuition, and, use your head. You know what's up. But yeah, when you're going into things, ask the right questions, pay attention to the right things, take notice. But I think, obviously what the cards are saying is that it will end. That it will end and back to the regular old Paul, Or if you don't know what regular old Paul is, then, it'll be the regular old Paul maybe that you didn't even really meet yet. Because he's been being selfish with his feelings and time. All right. All righty, Coco Chanel. How are you? Coco Chanel. I'm going to look for your question. I see Kiss JG was asking you to post it. Kiss JG, thank you so much for hanging around with me. You have been a huge help, and I know this show went super long, so I really appreciate it. I hope you've at least had a little fun. But you do a great job, so thank you. All righty, this is going to be my last question, my friends. Will I have a new love relationship soon? Ooh, okay, new love. New love. So we're going to use, guess what? We're going to use the Everyday Witch again because I'm loving it. Shuffles like butter. And it is gorgeous. I love it. Got a nice energy. All right, Coco Chanel. Will Coco Chanel be having a new relationship soon? We want some new love. We want to know what's going on for Coco Chanel. Okay. Oh, Karen, that's right. Did Karen Q. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you come in. Are you still here, Karen Q? Please let me know. I'll check and see. I didn't see that donation come in. Just a second, Coco Chanel. I'm sorry. I want to be able to focus on your question while I'm shuffling. Yes, Karen Q is still here. So Karen Q, she did make a donation, I mean. So Karen Q. All right, cool, man, cool. You got it. You got it. Thank you. All right, I'm sorry, Coco Chanel. I just wanted to make sure because I almost was not paying attention. I almost missed Karen Q. Are you sure? Did Karen Q leave? Karen Q, are you here? Oh, I don't know. Are you still here, Karen? I don't think she's here, Kiss. I don't think she's here. Karen Q, if you are here, please let us know. Oh, you are. Thank goodness, honey. I'm sorry. I hope you didn't feel like you weren't getting the attention. I didn't mean to. Kiss JG had you there, but I was saying last reading, and you're probably like, hey. All right. Thank you. I'll get to yours next, sweetheart. Now we're going to do Coco Chanel. Sorry about that. I had to really make sure, though, I didn't want to skip anybody. All right. So will I have a new love relationship soon? Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel. New love relationship for Coco Chanel. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay. So, new love relationship. Let's see what our energy is. 5 of Swords energy. Okay. So the 5 of Swords energy is all about kind of, when somebody rushes in a little too soon. It's about somebody kind of feeling a little bit of a competition kind of thing, and that there are always winners and losers kind of type thing. So what this is saying to me right off the bat, we got to see what else is here, of course, but this is telling me it's a little bit of a competitive field out there. There's competition. Now, whether or not you're with somebody, or you already have your eyes on somebody or not, I'm not sure. But if you do have your eyes on somebody, this could mean that, there is some other people who have their eyes on this person too. So let's see what else we've got, though, because that's how we really tell what the energy card means. Oh, look at this. Look what you got on the end. The Lovers, Coco Chanel. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that is great. Okay, so we've got this competition thing. What does that mean? Competition is going across the board. So we've got our Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is all about kind of, trying to decide something, like kind of button heads, like, no, I'm right. No, I'm right. No, I'm right. Well, what does that sound like? Put it with our competition and our winners and losers. Something is coming where you're bumping heads with somebody. I'm wondering if this new person's going to be somebody you're like one of those people's like, ooh, I hate you. Love, hate you. I love, hate you. So that's what the feeling I'm getting. But because we do have the Lovers here. So that tells me there is a new relationship coming. Now, here we have our Four of Pentacles in the middle. The Four of Pentacles is about kind of holding it in tight, kind of being greedy, stingy, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to say, I think that, there is a potential for a false start. I think you're going to date somebody. You're going to potentially say, all right, we're going out on this date and maybe you're my new love relationship coming in. But nope. Because there's winners and losers. There's competition. They're keeping it stingy. You don't want to give your hand, your emotions to somebody, or your life, or your time, or whatever, when you're not sure. I mean, the Five of Pentacles, if there's winners and losers, if there's competition, you need to have people who are, once they're with you, they're focused on you. You can't be worried that they're out, snarking around and looking at other people, or that they're talking to 100 people while you're trying to, here's that bickering. Here's somebody holding it in. So I think you are going to be dating somebody, and I think that person is going to be a big fat no. And then right after that, that's when you're going to meet this person. So I think you have probably two people that you're coming up next. You're going to be dating, and then, that's going to be a no. And then this person, you've got this strong, strong love. The Lovers card is the lovers that mean, or the love, I mean, that means more than just this weekend or just right now, or, ooh, I think I do. This is more of that deeper love. And, for that, there is no competition. There is no competition when you have that strong, deep love. So you need to get to that point over here. Whereas the first person you are with, I think is going to be that. So, yeah. So I think there's two Coco Chanel, or at least two. I just, there's a lot of people on these cards. So it could be more, but, my spread, when I do the mini spread, it is the nearer future. And also when I was shuffling, I asked the question and stated, in a relationship soon. So I would say this is coming soon. I think you might have a date that's kind of a false start, but I do think after that, there's a love relationship coming in. Woo, that's exciting. All right, well, good luck. All right, Karen Q, thank you so much for your donation. All right, so Karen, how will Scorpio feel about me when he sees me at an event on Saturday? Ooh, okay. Is he missing me? Woo! All right, let's find out. We're going to say what would be good. What would be good for seeing you at an event? I love this. All right, let's use the Arcanum Tarot. Okay, so how will Scorpio feel when he sees Karen at the event on Saturday? How will he feel? Now, is Scorpio missing Karen, or what is he gonna feel when they see each other on Saturday? Okay, so let's see what we've got. There's our energy. And this is our spread. All right, Scorpio, what do you got to say, Scorpio? Ooh, the Hierophant. The Hierophant. This is all about kind of keeping things, feeling in a traditional kind of way. This is all about tradition, kind of about ritual. So this could be about going through the motions, you know, like, well, if he sees you, well, hello, how are you? Well, I guess there's no handshaking with Corona, but, you know, it'd be like, well, yes, it's very lovely to see you, you know, being like that kind of a thing. But it's more like a show. That's like a facade. So let's see what else we've got. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, I think he does miss you. I think he does miss you. I think, you know, here we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is all about, you know, growing things and watching them grow, but being, you know, not wanting to wait long enough to see where it's going. Like it's growing, and then you walk away, not you, but a person. You know, you say, okay, someone's growing stuff, meh, and then they leave. It's like leaving before you saw the rose grow on the rose bush or the pentacle on the pentacle bush, you know? And so this is about something like that. Now, the Four of Swords, this is about a time of kind of like refocusing your objectives, you know, really kind of to be peaceful, calm, reflective. I mean, look, we have him and he's doing yoga and, you know, he's calm and he's relaxed. This is when you kind of refocus, like, what am I going to do? Well, we've got the Seven of Swords, and this is all about thinking about something left behind, thinking about something that is no longer there, thinking about moving on and wishing that you were back. And refocusing could also be about potentially feeling like, how can I potentially get that back? The growth here tells me that, you know what, I think Scorpio, you know, that things weren't done, you know, things were not finished. I will say, though, with our Hierophant, I think that the way Scorpio is going to respond to you is going to be in the nice, traditional conversation, social interaction thing. So I think you'll be able, you know, you're going to be like, well, you know, he'll be like, hello, how you doing? And yes, it's very lovely. Whatever happened with your dog? You know, just kind of being like that. And, you know, traditional, like you're going to be like, well, I can't really read. But I think he's missing you. I think he feels like he got left behind, or he left you behind. I think he feels like he is no longer there, and he left, or you left before you guys were done, that there is more. And right now is a time of kind of like reflection and thinking, trying to decide kind of about refocusing. Oh, goodbye, Kiss JG. So good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kiss JG. Anyway, I'm sorry, back to this. The Four of Swords, you know, refocusing objectives and trying to say, now, you know, is this something that I've done wrong? I mean, what happened? What can I do going forward? Now, I'm not seeing if it's about wanting to get back with you. I do see the missing, but I want to see what's going on with that, because I'm getting a real kind of stuffy kind of vibe. Like, I'm not going to show my feelings. You know, it's kind of how I'm getting. So let's get an endgame card. I do think, yes, he's missing you, but let's get that confirmed. Am I correct? Is Scorpio missing Karen? Go. Ace of Wands. Yes, he is. There was a real opportunity, and I think he feels like he blew it. There was an opportunity, and he's left it behind, and he should not have. So let's find out. Is he wanting to come back to Karen? Is Scorpio wanting to come back, get back together with Karen? Judgment. Yes. I think I think wanting a second chance. I do. I don't think at this event you're going to necessarily have some like kind of awkward moment where you're having this huge conversation about it. Because I think the event's going to go very much, very vanilla. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be very much like standard, like, hey, how are you? It's very lovely to see you again, you know, like that. But I definitely think that, yeah, there is, he's missing you, yes, for sure, and a possible then wanting to get back together as well. Yeah. Oh, oh, well, thank you, Karen. He's shy. Yep. So he'll be like this. Hello, Karen. How are you? Yes. How have you been? That kind of a thing. Oh, my friend. Well, I'm so glad. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to pass over you at all. I was just, I didn't see that you came in. So I'm so glad that Kiss JG caught that, and I checked my notifications came in too. So thank you. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who donated. I appreciate you all so, so much. You have no idea how much I love you all. I love reading for you. Please, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I'd love to have you in the community here. We're having such a good time. So please go ahead and hit subscribe. Don't forget to pick out my or check out my pick-a-cards. I have several different pick-a-cards in my on a playlist. I mean, in my on my channel, and I will be here tomorrow to read more cards for you. I'm here every day at 12 o'clock Central. So make sure that you're there. I would love to read for you. So anyway, you take care, and I will see you tomorrow.